Hey, everybody, we're back for another session of Quarter Blades, and we'll get everybody on here in just a second. Um, they've got a couple of little things to finish off before they get started. We promised them last time because we ran a little bit long that if they wanted to do a couple of more downtime activities and spend a little bit of those funds that they're getting, that we'd take care of that, and then we'll be moving further into the session. So let me go ahead and bring out these yahoos, and they are right here. Supposedly, when I click. There they are. Excellent. And you recognize down straight below me Felix playing Lorenzo. You see Pete and Christine share a screen. Yep, there's her waving. Yep. And they play Pietro and Sasha. You see Monty playing Monty, and Rob playing Mocklin. What I'd like to do is I know that there are a number of you that take really good notes. Can we jump in? Who wants to volunteer and sort of talk a little bit about what happened last time? Any volunteers before I pick people? I love it.
I mean, I can if you want.
Why don't you give us a little bit there, Mocklin?
Yeah, sure. So, if I remember correctly from last week, and I don't think I do.
Okay.
Oh, everything's coming through my speakers. Sorry, bear with me. Right, so sorry. So basically, if I remember everything correctly from last week, we basically played a lot of downtime, plus a little bit of innuendo with how we're going to do our downtimes. So Mocklin basically didn't really have to do that much in downtime because I woke up again in hospital.
Yeah.
So everything was cleared. But we did help, or I did help, to uncover some things which are so mysterious and dark and secretive that basically the only person who really knows is the GM. I know this because I took some stress, which I didn't have before we started the downtime. Can't remember exactly what it was, I will be honest with you.
Okay.
And then... Oh no, that was it. So Mara Moon, not Mara Moon, sorry.
Moon de Lavelle.
Moon de Lavelle. Yes, my unrequited love who hates me, loves me, and wants to kill me. So we basically, because of a new ability that I have, I've managed to see where she was keeping her documents.
That's right.
And it was a toss-up between the two documents, either Safe House Toper or the Royal Toper, the Royal Family Toper line, or it was Save the House and the citizenry that the house protects. So in a gauche grandiose style, I sent a letter to my brother saying you're going to die, and good luck with that.
So he now thinks that you're planning to kill him. Is that right?
Well, there was more to it than that, but I was raising the suspense for the stream.
You're going to die.
Yes, there's an assassination attempt, and the second born's going to become the first. I am going to be heir to the kingdom of nothing. No. Basically, I sent a message to say that there's things afoot, just to warn them. But my allegiances at this moment in time are more with the house, and so yeah. So Moon's information, we knew exactly where it was. Pietro, I'm sure will explain his grand style of how he managed to coerce. But basically, I got mine out, she got hers out. We had a very good time, and the servant actually nicked everything for us. Did Cospietro via the house a farmstead with cows, oxen, and chickens and pigs, but well worth it. And I think I'm not too sure, but I think we've also got the missives for it as well, because 2 stress was to find out where it was hidden, and I've got 4 stress, so that means I must have used something else to try and decode it.
Mm.
I think I might be pulling at straws there. And then I woke up in hospital again. No, I didn't. Not really. And so Mocklin had a fantastic time. Oh, and a bit of training as well, I think, was in the mix. And we've managed to manipulate everything. Oh yes, we managed to eat our chunks of pie rather quickly, so we got to the documentation before she did, which was a boon for us. Go Team Bastion.
Nice. I'll jump down to Pietro and Sasha if you guys want to jump in with any remarks you have from last time.
Yeah, so I mean, a couple of things there. So I think right at the start, we were dealing a bit with what Lorenzo had been doing while we were
Very good.
off. And he has discovered that House Bjorn run the trade in Belladonna into the city, which has been causing problems with people have been overdosing on using it and basically dying as it is a poison. And the investigators have been looking into that. But then we got sort of sidetracked into uncovering this plot that Moon de Lavelle has been running, where she discovered this document, which is being held by House Corvetto, that may or may not give the Garnetine House claim on something in the city, which would be disadvantageous to House Lavelle if it was discovered.
Correct.
But which is why she wants to discredit and destroy Mocklin, so that no one will, basically there'll be no one to receive the benefits should this letter come out. However, we also found out that she was the actual perpetrator of the attempt on the life of Tita di Corvetto, and that there may be evidence in the form of a transaction from a cutout of Moon de Lavelle to the assassin. So, and that led into our plot to try and get hold of all the documents, which Mocklin told us all about very successfully. Basically, we suborned Moon de Lavelle's maidservant.
That's right.
Who she mistreats badly.
Yes.
Into, after Mocklin had found out what the combination was on her safe using his mystical powers. Ooh.
That's the other stress for him, I think.
That was the other stress. Yeah, found the combination to the safe, and we managed to persuade her by means of a nice retirement to a small farm in the country.
Yep.
To steal the papers.
I seem to remember it wasn't just those papers that she actually ended up taking, but
all
absolutely everything.
Yeah, we have every
which
bit
is
of paper.
so wonderful. We now have every bit of paper that was in the safe.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of additional information.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Which we now need to decode as fast as we can before we're hit back in revenge.
And take advantage of to basically destroy House Lavelle as fast as we can.
It's great stuff. So what I'll say in that is in your stash, you've got this letter in an ancient form of the local language that probably you almost need a historian to take a quick look at. having to do with the founding of the city. Is as you're looking at, it's like taking Latin when you're a kid. You've taken a couple of things you can make out. That's pretty easy. This is probably is the document that has to do with what is going on with the Garnetine house. Has something to do with the history of the city itself. And then you have, I want to say you have a small leather bound book that has a clasp with a little lock. Um, then let's see what else. You've got a stack of just loose papers that look like letters, and some of them are receipts. Um, that type of thing is in there, and we can come back to that a little bit as we move forward. Um, Specifically, you don't know where in that pile. Actually, did we say where the where the information is as far as the information on this cutout that was used to go after Tita?
We didn't. We just think that there might be
It's
a
probably in there because that's
or a
got it.
receipt or something like that. Yeah.
Very good. And then Monty did something pretty spectacular with his downtime. You want to tell him about that?
Monty decided to dig into some books, big
Yes.
time, with the help of Frankie for some pattern security kind of combination lock sort of information tricks of the trade in that sense. To try and decode Victoria's notes with with her code book as well, and try and get to the bottom of exactly what she's been involved in, and whether that will help with decoding Moon stuff as well. Or not, I don't know, but it might be something. There might be something in there that we can use.
So, all of you note takers, I'm going to give you a couple of things that Monty has gleaned off of the first pages or two as he's working through this. There's an entry, and we can build at slightly more detail to it. However, the main gist, got the notebook out, is a young man named Marino, Marino, Bjorn, third son of the Bjorn, Lamberto, is secretly seeing Anzola Almari, wife of the Almari blade master, Pandolfo Carafa, Pandolfo, and the last name is Corafa, Corafa. Notice that she has the Almari name and he does not.
Sorry. Can you repeat those names again?
Absolutely. Marino Bjorn, Marino.
Yep.
Third son of Lamberto Bjorn, who is the Bjorn, is secretly seeing Anzola Almari, wife of the Almari blade master, Pandolfo Corafa. Interestingly, on the same page, which has to do with things that she's been digging at for the House Bjorn, it appears that the Brizzolato, and they're one of the groups here in town, they're a crime syndicate. The Brizzolato family funded House Bjorn's last party completely. Reason unknown. And there's a little star sort of drawn in next to that, like she was wanting to focus on that for a little bit.
As the last Bjorn house party.
Yeah.
Yes. Which was more medium-sized houses. There might have been some attendance from a couple of big ones, but really, now that they've tumbled off the Esaltare, they it is what it is. there's a note that Moon de Lavelle appears to not only be the eye for the Lavelles, but has started hiring knacks at a at the highest rate she can. She's sucking up all the knacks she can find.
Right, guys, that's the cue for me. I'm off to the other side. See you later.
Oh, thank you, Lachlan. It's been good.
It's been an absolute blast, but I've nearly killed myself twice over you guys. You know, I might succeed in this one. I'll be back if they don't pay me enough.
And assuming she doesn't kill you because
Just because.
because she has this. She's
I
worried
think
about you having this document.
50-50.
I think, to be honest, Mocklin, she's hiring knacks because she knows that you are probably the most talented knack she's come across, and therefore she's trying to get knacks who will be able to prevent you from doing your stuff.
My knacky things.
Your knacky bits.
They want a knack to stop me from being knacky.
Your knacky Noras, yes,
She
exactly.
she wants to nickle the knacks.
Sasha. Oh, my dear Sasha, you pay me too many compliments. I'm not that good. I'm just lucky.
I think she knows there's deeper talent there than you perhaps even yourself realise.
Oh, she's had my deeper talent many a time. Don't you worry about that, my lass.
Anyway, the next entry is a page or so later that is really popped. That is you've managed to decode. Says the sevenfold veil's activity levels are up. They are searching for something. Must re-engage Roberto.
Now, interestingly, you guys thought I was talking gibberish. Well, most of the time I do. Seven folds. Oh, I rush into my room and I get that eye patch, and I went and I show everybody the sigil of the eye patch, and I go, "That's the seven folds." Nobody questioned me at the last ball when I was wearing it. So if they recognised it, they certainly didn't make it look obvious. So
I wasn't quite sure what you were expecting to happen there.
Basically, somebody tried to slit my throat or something. Basically, I wanted to target on my back so that I then had a lead, as well as trying to do some magic to trace where that collar went. Because we still got the collar, haven't we?
We've still got the collar, yeah.
Yep.
Who was it?
Could the activity level that these sevenfold are into be anything to do with the what was it on the mount?
There's the activity over there.
Yeah. Now
that's it, the mausoleum.
I don't know whether I've read something or whether our GM told me it. I'm going back in my notes and I can't find it at all. So you'll have to bear with me.
You can your speculations.
No. I'd rather not.
Very good.
Because I was a bit drunk the last time I did that. And it's all my good speculations come from when I'm drunk. Naldo doing court blades. Here we go. Trade ships, assassinate. Six balls. Right, that's the ship things. The crab monster happened after the ship, wasn't it?
Yep.
You're having a decent game when people have to take this many extensive notes, including myself.
Yeah.
As he's looking, I'm going to read you the last one, and this is on one of the last pages in the book, Monty. But it did seem to pop out of the code, and you were able to get a hold of it. It says an Autori Death Maestro has been hired by House Lavelle. Target unknown. Identity of the assassin unknown.
Tory Death Maestro has been hired by who?
House Lavelle. So she's got someone in House Lavelle. And I will tell you
I
this,
thought
Mon.
she was
We're
House.
outside.
Oh no, not no. This is the out of Victoria's books.
Oh, from Madura. Yes, sorry, you're right. Yeah.
Yes. So, and what I'll say is there is a section of the book that says contacts that you haven't been able to quite break yet. That will be broken. You broke the book, right? I'll just reveal it as I can get to it properly, or
Yep.
you ask the right questions.
Yeah.
But so
Have you seen the ship?
obviously she's got someone in Lavelle
Mm.
that was close enough to know that this hiring happened. Though, did she discover her own murderer almost in time? I don't know.
Death Maestro. So your stupid bloody actor dude
It could well be. Yeah.
is this Death Maestro.
Yeah. Is he an Altori?
You think he might be. His artistic capabilities. It's not like there's a huge distinctive look to Altoris besides the fact that they carry themselves well and enjoy the arts. Could easily be that he was Altori. Definitely knew how to play the strings of murder. I was going to call him a murder maestro, but I thought that was a little bit too
Obvious.
over the top. Death maestro.
Unfortunately, I've got pages missing.
Dang
So
them.
I must have. Well, no, I must have wrote them down on scrap bits of paper and forgot to actually transcribe them into my book of knowledge. But if memory serves me correctly, the Veil of the Seven something or others,
Mhm.
which is like a white privilege club.
Sevenfold veils.
No, sorry, the Sevenfold Veils. That's the harem for the king. That's something. No, that's the Dance of the Seven Veils, isn't it? That was
There you go.
anyway. Right. So they came up because the collar, because of the collar from the Crabman, and I distinctly remember that on the first dance where Pietro and Tito were dancing with a big faux pas where piggy dress gate emerged from. There was a supernatural swimming under the boat.
Yes.
A large supernatural swimming under the boat. And when we engaged the crab person, he told us that he's being told to do stuff, and once the pain goes, he looks for the person who's causing him pain and dispatches them. So we've got the collar. When I took the collar to my learned friend Owen, who knows all about this is where I found out about blood magic.
Yeah.
And we identified, because of the fact that we pummeled an eyeball to death, I identified someone who didn't used to have an eye patch that now wears an eye patch, who is a knack. I believe is a knack in in one of the other colleges,
yes.
and he belongs to. And I thought you said it was Elmari or something like that. Alandra, one of the two.
He's sponsored by somebody, and we'll look that up. However, definitely has attachments to folks that are supposedly parts of this Sevenfold Veil.
Yeah.
Now
I also thought that I thought, and this is where I'm not too sure whether I read something in the Court of Blades handbook or not, but I thought that the Seven Veils
Mhm.
is part of or is the main group that wants the old ways and does want to wake up what's in the Necropolitan Hill.
Yes, they do.
So I can't be certain whether we can use that information as player knowledge
Yeah.
or
So
character knowledge, because I
think-
can't honestly remember whether you told me that, Anthony.
here's what I'll give you is what we'll do with that is the common knowledge on the sevenfold veils is this a bunch of rich privileged people playing at esoteric magic and imagine your Victorian people that are all gathering together to look at prints of photographic prints of fairies and having seances and crap like that. However, and I will just slap this under stuff that Monty was able to pull up about the sevenfold veils. Yes, they are into something much deep. There's a deeper level than the outside circle of dilettantes and sponsors who are providing money. There is a group within the group who has one goal and one goal only: to wake up the last of the Death Eaters. Yep. Fair enough. I said that incorrectly. I'll see if I can skip across.
Yeah, I don't think they're the Death Eaters. I
They're
think
not.
they're the Dementors.
That's right out
they're
of.
the
That's right out of
Dementors.
the wrong thing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Death Eaters are Harry Potter. Oh, hang on.
Notice that I
Dementors
pushed.
are Harry Potter as well. Shit.
Notice that I tried to put that really quiet because I was like, shoot, I know this is incorrect the moment I say it. Oh gosh. Okay, that's
I'm quite surprised nobody actually picked on that, mate.
Don't worry. If anyone ever actually watches this, they will. Let's see here. I was going to. Oh, come on. How hard is this?
Oh, we'll be sued by Harry Potter.
Exactly. She's coming after us.
Yeah.
We'll be famous. We'll make the newspapers.
Famous and broke.
JKR takes on NVRA.
I love it.
And loses.
Okay, well, whoever can find that, feel free to. I was looking through the houses, blah, blah, blah. The uncouth. Nope. I'm not quite to the uncouth. There, Motley Tears, Sevenfold Veils.
We can, yeah.
Exhumed the last of the deathless. See, I was close.
You were.
So the deathless were the mage warriors of the old empire that fell when you guys were able to take over. When Ilrian achieved its independence. Very good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with that understanding of the stuff we've given you here, you've still got papers and things to decode and work through. You know all of the problems you've got. Lorenzo, where is your team right now?
We're in an attic of above a library, trying to decode these books.
Okay, is it in your own house, or is it in like one of the universities?
Probably not in our own house. We're in the library of our own house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the camera pans into our team, who has spread out some of the papers. They're seeing how Monty has gone through all the different his decoding. It's a pain in the butt, but you guys are working through this. I would like to, before we jump completely into the game, offer really quick. Does anyone have a downtime activity they would like to buy?
I would like to buy some stress reduction. Good.
Very good. So sorry, I started to go right down the road, Lorenzo. Let's do this really quick.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you gonna go about this?
It's something arty. I mean, I don't know how
Okay.
much you want to go into it.
Now
I'm kind of thinking we can.
I'm not pushing you, but you have not chatted with your young lady in a bit.
Okay. Yeah. Good point. Yes. So.
Always the matchmaker. That's me right here.
Yeah. I'll go out for some afternoon tea.
Does
I
Pietro
like that.
say that he's going to go and meet her?
Do you?
Because if he does, I present a bouquet of flowers to Pietro and say, "Give those to the young lady on my behalf," and I give him a sly wink and then run.
Nice.
Okay.
Now you always have to worry if a gnat gives you something.
I know. Yeah. I'm holding them at arm's length. Yeah.
Very good. I'm surprised you and Rose didn't just join him for a double date. Okay. Yeah.
She's working.
Yeah.
No, she is.
At this fancy restaurant that they're going to.
Oh, actually.
I don't know. She's a cocktail waitress, but yeah, it could be plausible.
No, let's do that. I like that.
Oh yeah, let's do it. She could be my spy.
So let's think about this. I've actually got a thing from the Gazetteer that they built. Oh gosh, where is it? Come on! I've now clicked on every possible tab that I had open, like an idiot, and instead of
we can pick up on that later. We can pick up on another time. So don't worry.
No.
Anytime.
So let's the albatross. That's where you're at. Okay.
Ooh.
The albatross is on the docks, and if you happen to be looking at the screen off of Twitch, you will see the actual menu. And you are having, but that's just for jollies, because you guys are having afternoon tea. You can always come back here if you so desire. So let's establish that as fiction, that Rose works at the Albatross. She usually works evenings and nights because the money's better. But today, she is serving a handsome couple. The clothing of the gentleman far outshine the young lady, even though hers appear exquisitely tailored. The materials of the gentleman are the finest, whereas the materials of the young lady are not pedestrian, but they are middle of the road, logical choices. However, extremely well tailored. She has a hat that she has because you're sitting on the docks, you're outside of the restaurant on the outside tables. Even though we're moving into fall towards winter, it's still warm and nice enough that you're sitting outside eating small canapes, having tea. And she says, "You have done us such a favor, Pietro. You truly are a hero."
Well, one does what one can.
Tell me about your team. Tell me about your coterie. I have yet to meet them.
I think I've met a couple. Actually.
Me.
Oh, yes.
Again, dressed.
Yeah.
Several dresses made.
That is true.
I think.
And she's seen Lorenzo at one point.
I think Monty's been there having something made as
Monty's
well.
Been there, so I think she's met.
She has at least met them. She doesn't know them well. The waitress at the table, what does she look like again, Rob? I wanted to say.
So she's got. She's got Did I? Okay, so she's got like flaming red hair. She's around about 5'7", 5'8", depending on which curbside she stood on. She's petite framed for her height, and she has some very amorous assets that make the patrons tip very well.
Okay, take over her role play.
Oh.
You come to the table. There's the couple there.
Hello, my name's Ruby. I'm your waitress today. What can I get for you, please, sir? Madam?
So
well,
they already have on the table their main stuff. You're sort of checking in on them.
Oh,
it's fine.
hello, sir, madam. Is everything all right? Was it to your satisfaction?
Yes, thank you very much, Ruby.
Oh, do you know Ruby?
No, she just told me her name.
Oh, she did, didn't she? Oh, wow.
She did.
And
Wasn't Ruby with Mocklin at the very, very first dance?
I
Peter-
think you may have brought her. Did you?
I think you did. I remember
think he
it being
did. He
described
did
as
this thing,
having
yeah.
a red
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yes,
I
you
showed
did.
her off.
arm.
Yeah,
That's
I can't
wonderful.
remember it, but yes.
So, Pietro, describe you guys as and what she sees, and what she. This is a intuitive young lady. What does she see and intuit about you guys as a couple?
I think she sees that we are very close, and lots of little signals that we're both very interested in each other. But nothing beyond the bounds of propriety.
Of course, propriety. Got it. Of course, and the sort of unrequited. We're choosing some brilliant words. Did we lose Felix? Yeah. Okay.
I noticed the data.
To some extent, the exquisite pain of the proprietary of being proper is part of it for our friends who are so artsy and proper. I will say that
it's all part of the courtly dance.
I love it. And you know, Pietro, that her father would be ridiculously pleased with this type of pairing.
Definitely would be a step up.
It would be a serious step up. Now, I will say, out in the bay, coming in with, you can see the sails dropping on the ship, and it's still a beautiful sight. This large cargo ship coming in, and it's the we'll call it the West Wind of Almari, sliding into the docks, not too far from you. Plenty of people tying it off. This is as you're enjoying your meal. This is just at the periphery, disturbing your overall concentration. Just because you know there's something you're watching, these are the guys that are a problem for you. With that, let's make a roll for your stress retrieval, knowing that you've got a little bit of tingly problem over here. You're seeing Rose, who you know roughly, and you're chatting with her, and you're chatting with your paramour. What happens in this stress roll? Let's see. How much stress do you have?
5.
So fairly. Look at that.
Wow.
I would like to say that something about the situation where you have your paramour in such a wonderful, sunny, crisp day, enjoying your high tea, being able to sort of chuckle and joke with Ruby, and yet you've still got the frigid tension of that big Almari ship off the side. It all just does it for you. In combination, you feel that, yes, I am where I need to be. Very good.
I am master of my world.
Isn't he though?
Oh,
would
yeah.
would
He's so
anyone else?
dashing and debonair.
Yeah, and we can carry on anymore, but I think that's a pretty picture we've painted, and I like it. Would anyone else like to spend a little bit of coin or something else to gain a downtime activity before we move forward? I know that we are burning through time. For me, I'm on a holiday tomorrow, so you guys can, I can do whatever I want. But
Yeah, we do want pictures of the food laid out, mate.
oh, don't you worry.
Just saying.
The pictures will be there. Okay. Anyone else?
Is it worth trying to get my pie chart round to implicate House Amari?
Okay.
Or do you think we've got enough stuff going on?
So the pie chart to implicate Almari, and this was finding all their locations and all the other stuff. It's up to you. You can do that if you would like.
Well, it was it was to implicate them in the smuggling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've learned a lot about that, but we don't have any huge. And even though they were rated and everything else, nothing came out of that. Now, Monty, we'll have to get to that at some point because that's a hanging Chad, so to speak.
Let's just leave it for the moment. Let's leave it.
Okay, fair enough. Because you are moving down the road on dealing with Bjorn in a couple of ways, and Almari, that I think will probably be productive. That clock will give you something pretty firm on implication. Something that you might be able to take somewhere and gain authority to do something. Anyway, it's so hold on to that. It's not being superseded by the other activities of your friends. It will bring something to the table if you do work on it. Oh gosh. Anyway, Monty, anything you'd like to do?
No, I don't have anything left. I spent all my influence on the on pushing the
Very
results. So I'm a bit stuck.
Good.
Very
So
stressed. Monty hasn't slept for a while.
So let's move instead of moving back to you guys in the tower doing your study of the books. Let's give a little chance for some free play. So I think each of you have some things you'd like to take care of or look at. And even though you're not doing stress relief or things like that, there is some things you probably want to check into. I know that Monty probably has at least one thing he'd like to check into because his paramour is being held at House Corvetto. Oh, you're muted, young man.
Oh, fine. Was it not Almari? Was she not?
No. She was in Almari, right? And when they got raided based on a lot of the things that you guys
okay.
put
So
together.
she's been okay. So I misunderstood. Okay, so yeah, she's been
Yes.
blamed for it. Now she's been taken to House Corvetto. Okay.
Exactly. So House Almari managed to dump off the blame for the plot against Tita on her and
Damn.
claim that it was a jealousy thing
Mm-hmm.
having to do with her apparent betrothal and then not and whatever, and how Tita danced with the guy and we know who this guy is, Sasha. But that particular piece they were able to play off as her womanly anger. You know, men are always saying stupid things like that, and they have taken her into custody as they are trying to establish the truth at House Corvetto. We don't know where your down arrow friend is. After his discussion with you, he's gone fairly dark.
Doesn't surprise me.
Hmm.
Always a shifty individual, that one. Well, if she's that, I mean, I think, yeah, I did have some thoughts about this. I think I was gonna try and see if Sasha has a open, well, a channel that she, with Tita to Corvetto. So I'm thinking that might be a way of possibly getting somebody who's more favourable to us, to a receptive ear, to find the truth rather than all the misinformation that's been sent her way, and whether she would be receptive to helping a fellow lady in need. But the flip side of that is, we know that there's been plans to frame us for the murder of Tita Corvetto. So having her in the same room is a little bit like, there's risk associated with this.
There's all sorts of fun risk.
But yes, I think we were going to say, could we get a meeting with Sasha and myself at the Corvetto estate? Then at least we haven't got to worry about security out and about it, like at our house or in public. Then we should hopefully be a bit more protected.
So let me offer. I'm going to offer something, and you guys make a choice. Either this is a cocktail soiree at the Corvetto residence, in which all of you are involved, and it is a social score, in which you are essentially attempting to win the freedom of Monty's paramour by hook or by crook, or, and this may be better, this is a quick role-playing piece between Sasha, Monty, and myself, where everybody else knows that we're hanging on and saving your desperately needed errands for things that are important to the house. Your call.
I would say the second one personally.
Fair enough. I didn't try to. I tried. I may have tried to sell that too hard. I think that there's there's benefits either way. However, I personally, as the GM, sort of think that that's probably a better way to spend your time, is do a little free role play to see if you can at least make some.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think the second option is probably the better of the two.
What do you do to try and set this up? This discussion.
Well, I think what I shall do is I shall maybe send a message to Tita, and through her maid.
Fair enough.
And possibly beg for an audience for myself and my friend Monty.
Okay.
To discuss a matter of great urgency for, and also to let her know of the faring of the lovely young captain who danced with her, to let her know what is going on there. So to keep her abreast of situations, because obviously I had been to her to ask to see if there was anything House Corvetto could do for him. So to let her know now what was going on there, and just basically to update her on a few interesting things that she may wish to know about social activities. You know, keep her.
I like it.
My
Okay.
my friend, yes, yeah.
What time of day do you think you get over to House Corvetto when you get the invitation?
I think it would probably be early afternoon, so
Early
sort
afternoon.
of
Very
two-ish.
Yep.
I like it. House Corvetto, I think we described a little before and here and there. Definitely imposing. Definitely right smack up against the coronet. Um, Wings extending out, imposing structures all around. Uh, the front, the big double wooden front doors are wide open. They look just like those giant doors you would see on like Ely Cathedral or anything like it. Just the big, beautiful, heavy wooden doors. They're wide open. A guard stands there and appears nonchalant as you walk through. They are so powerful that they really don't care because nobody's going to screw with them. Is the and you walk into the open uh, receiving hall, looking up at the domed ceiling far above. They have actually installed a table on wheels with a mirror upon it that you can move around to look at the paintings up in that dome. And there are
Hmm.
some school children on a field trip looking at the paintings, and the teacher is talking to them about the artists and the history behind them. As you pass by further into the house, led by a a maidservant who has come to meet you. You move up a grand set of stairs that are so wide that it you can't just easily lean over and use the hand railing because the maid's walking right up the middle with others moving right out of her way either side. Um, at the top of the stairs to the right, down a long corridor to another set of double doors, behind which is a grand room full of overstuffed chairs, chaise lounges, a harpsichord that's being played by a maid. And the only people in this room are young ladies. This is very similar to the room you received in the last time you came, Sasha. It's not the same room.
Huh?
It has been carefully chosen because of the light. The sun is coming in this window, and this is where young Tita is being uh, doted upon by everyone. You detect almost immediately that her personality is starting to change from the young girl who was sweet and kind to a young lady who expects to be waited upon and treated with the greatest respect. And it's not a pretty thing. Because the gesture she makes to call you over is not the one she made with her childlike hand even months ago. It is a young lady fully in her own power, gesturing you over languidly with a slight sneer.
It's going to go well.
Sasha?
I move over to Peter and I make a very deep curtsy Ah, my dearest Tita, I thank you so much for agreeing to see us. You are so kind to spare us your time. I know you must have so many calls upon your time these days. You are very kind to see us and hear us out.
Her eyes go a little softer on that, and she says, "My life is busy now."
I can only imagine the things you must have that call upon your time. You are so kind to share some of that with us. Thank you, my dearest.
Is that a monkey, Peter, that Lorenzo's stroking?
I'm spanking it.
Okay, just checking, just checking. That's probably exactly what he does when he walks around with his monkey. She appears her the persona she gave as you walked in seems to slip a bit, and she offers you chairs across from her chaise lounge, where she was sprawling awkwardly, and now she sits up on it because it's just uncomfortable to try and lie on your side and talk to you.
The first thing, my dear, I wanted to update you. I know you were so kind to hear me out last time with my request, and I know you could do little to help, but you still heard me out, which was so kind of you. My young captain, Jorah,
Wait,
thought you'd like
your young captain?
he is my paramour. I admit,
Ah,
I am seeing him. He's a lovely young man.
I did not know.
Did not know. Ah,
No, I didn't
I think you are
understand.
you are one of the few who did not, my dear. It has
She,
been used against him and myself many times now, but he is a lovely young man, and though not tied to me, he has shown a kindness to me, and we have enjoyed time together. But he is now He is now sponsored by our own house. They saw fit to take him on board, so he is assured of his time in the academy. He will see it to the end, and he will become something very very magnificent, shall we hope? So
I do hope. I
indeed.
I and she glances briefly at the ladies around her. I may not have been informed that
Ah,
this young man was, shall we say, spoken for.
um, I mean, he is free to find other interests if that is where he desires to go. But at the moment, we enjoy each other's company, so it is nothing that is firmed up, those, my dear. So never fear that he's not taken as such. He is just merely enjoying his time, and I'm enjoying my time with him.
It was funny, and she sort of leans in towards the two of you. It was funny at the dance when he she look her maids are trying to sort of lean in, and she shoos them away. She says, when they tried to betroth him to that slag that we've got in the cells.
It certainly did not meet with his agreement, that was for sure. But that was none of my doing. But yes, he was not happy on what they tried to pull on him. That was for definite.
That was
Ah, yeah.
so funny. Ah, but now I understand.
Ah,
Oh, oh, now I understand.
hmm.
He cares for you. He. Oh, this is very, very interesting. You are. She sort of leans forward and takes your hand and does a little hand over hand on it and says, "I was smitten with your young man.
Ah,
He is so noble and so right. I am happy for you.
Ah, you are so kind. Thank you, my dear. That is very kind of you. Uh, it is definitely a relationship that I am fully enjoying. So it is
Ah,
giving a great deal of pleasure. But there are so
Rob, I'm sorry. I was looking at the camera, and Rob enjoyed that last statement. Okay,
yeah.
go ahead with your go ahead with what you're saying.
But there are so many things that we also came to say. I am so rude. I have not introduced you. This is my companion and member of my coterie. Um,
Ah, a
I'm going to
member
put
of
my
your team. How wonderful!
indeed.
And she reaches
This,
out a she puts out a hand for you to take and kiss.
She does.
oh God.
Says, I'm here for the slack.
Yeah,
As you so delicately put it.
do you say such, or are you gonna hold on?
No, I'm gonna that's yeah. Scott's gonna run through his mind and go, oh, no. Yes. He says it's a pleasure to see you to see you again, Tita, as always. Though they're not formally introduced, we have crossed paths a couple of times.
Yes, yes.
And you've always struck me as somebody who is well informed and very astute with her observations.
Thank you.
Although,
He is well spoken, she
yeah,
says to Sasha.
He is,
And Sasha,
he
you
is,
get
isn't he?
the idea that she's now moving her attention elsewhere.
oh,
She's still young and very
yeah,
flighty.
yeah.
And handsome young Monty is now
Oh, he's not that
complimenting.
young. He's in his 40s.
That's true. Well, yeah, but you are, yeah, ruggedly handsome. Ruggedly, just like Pete
um,
in real life. Ruggedly handsome.
not that 40s is particularly old, but yeah,
Yes.
he's not in his he's not in his 20s, he's not in his like 20s or anything. But, yes, but I fear you may have been misinformed about your occupant in the cells that you made reference to.
The Almari woman,
Yes,
the one who tried to kill
yes.
me.
She didn't try to kill you.
And you have this on what authority? She crosses her arms.
We have a lot of information that the Almaris have been up to a lot of dodgy dealings and malintent towards you personally and your house and our house. Like sabotaging your dress at the ball.
What?
Having
That was
spreading
them?
rumors. Mm-hmm.
How did they make that happen? It was
Lots
so
of
horrific.
yes. Well, they've been. I'm sure they've been. Well, they've been running a smuggling ring under the arsenal for a good while. So they've probably got plenty of coin, and people bribed and leveraged with various underhand dealings, and they also had intentions. We also have it on authority that from our investigations that they wanted to do you harm and point the finger at us.
Then why did they point the finger at one of their own?
We managed to disrupt some of their plans, and unfortunately, I have a personal attachment to this lady, and they're using it as leverage against both of us, and to get out of any responsibility
My.
for their actions.
So what I'm going to do now, Monty, is I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to ask for a roll.
Yep. Okay, well,
So
he's
let
not
us
great.
see. This is probably a consort or something like that, and I will let you burn stress even though you're not in an event, if you so choose.
I've got space for 2 more stress, so I might as
But I
well
will
go for it.
also automatically give you an extra die because you're being helped by
Hmm.
Sasha.
Okay. I mean, consort and sway are both the same number of dots, so I guess I'd probably say sway because she's not a friend as such.
Fair enough. Okay.
The tooltip for there we go. The tooltip for consort is covering sway. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So what are the parameters for this one?
This is risky.
Uh-huh.
Is it desperate? So
I mean, I didn't come in with the words "I'm here for the slag," so that would have been probably desperate.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good. I will I'll give you the opportunity that this is desperate with all the XP that means, and we'll have standard effect, which you could move to. You can move down different effects. You can play all that game. But right now, I'm going to call it desperate simply because of disparity and levels of the people in this conversation.
Yeah.
Because if you screw this up,
yeah, I'm going to be joining there in the cell.
well,
we'll be
I mean,
together.
seriously, you just don't know. It could get really, really bad in a hurry. Yeah. So let's do this.
Although we do have evidence against Amari, so. Yeah, so it's desperate, standard, bonus die, as you said, because of being helped.
Lorenzo, they're chatting to you on the roll 20. You're not paying any attention. Go ahead.
I can't see it. I haven't got chat up.
You try. Okay, Monty.
So let's do. I'll add stress for another die.
Fair enough. How many die do you have?
1 and 2 bonus.
1 and 2 bonus. That includes the help from Sasha?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do this thing.
Consort and sway are both 1 point.
You're doing what you got to do.
He's much more of a body and mind.
Let's let the dice tell the story.
Oh!
Look at that.
Way to load in the crits.
Yes.
Wow.
Don't forget, when you say your piece and you stand up and walk to the cells, flaming wings come out of your butt.
As always happens when someone rolls a critical success, as our friend Monty just did.
They're done with that getting out of the canal, to be honest.
And fair enough, I haven't moved us over here to the roll 20 thing, and I was on the downtime and all this other stuff. But
get XP. Hooray.
Well done. You knocked that right out. So how are we going to play this? Let us say that the older matron in the corner, who appears to have been listening to every word, she looks to, but you can tell in her eyes she believes you. Okay? And she looks to that lady, and the lady does a little head shake side to side. And then Tita stands and says, "No, I agree. You and your wonderful lady should not be in this situation because of a house that's trying to set us up." The old lady stands up from her chair and walks across and stands behind Tita and leans in and says, "We would greatly appreciate if more proof was brought." And then she leans back and steps back. Tita says, "We must release this lady. Make it known. As the two of you leave this house, unless you have some more role play you want to do in this room."
I think what might be wise
Very good.
is I'm just going to have a, and this is slightly out of character, but maybe if we can persuade Tita that rather than release the lady, she maybe takes her under her wing a little bit, protects her within the House Corvetto.
Wow.
Because if she's dumped back into House Almari, they'll be out for her for blood. You may well lose her.
Well, no,
So,
I mean,
number one,
she doesn't have to go back to House of Murray. She can join our house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Just take her, just take her away. Just take her away.
she could become a lady in waiting to Tita. So, how do you guys play this? You've got the double six, so you can pretty much do what you damn well please. So, tell me how you play this.
where do you think she's safer, Monty? You choose.
And I
She's
say, well,
Paramore.
and I bring out a little box he's got in his pocket. And I said, well, I have something of importance to give her. So,
Whoa, Tita is smitten with the idea that she is supporting a betrothal. Exciting. Woo!
and
So,
and this is, and I think this is, and as you grow in, as you grow into your influence in your house, people will know not to cross you.
she turns and says, "Let it be known, the wedding, if it should happen, will come from my coffer."
Wow.
Most gracious of you, lady. Bows very deeply.
Let it be known, and she dispenses with the whole story of this young lady being behind the attempt on her life. And you may walk out with her, you may seek a position for her, you may do as you please.
I think we
How
walk.
many
I think,
legs and arms is left on this young lady in the prison?
and well, hopefully she's got all the relevant appendages. I think it'd be nice to walk out with him, but take her back to our house, and potentially, I mean, what I'll say to teacher and the lady behind says, you're welcome to discuss with us, in if you want more proof and evidence, discuss with the captain of the city watch and myself, of the information that we have gathered and collected and evidence and about the house, in terms of, if you would like more evidence, we have it. You're welcome to share that with you.
Absolutely. So as Tita is clapping her little hands, and down the hall, one of the doors is opened, and this has not been in a cell full of hay. She's probably been in a nicer place than she ever was in Almari,
Mm.
where she was a Johnny come lately to a mercenary who had proved himself possibly decent. Okay, so she is brought out, and as she is, and Tita is clasping her hands and saying how she doesn't believe any of the charges against her and wishes her release, blah blah blah, which is a big step for her to do, because for her family, this is putting Almari sort of, or putting this lady at least off the hook, and putting Almari back on a at least suspect stage, when maybe that was the nice sort of thing, that to not have to have a house war, be able to take a fall guy, fall girl. But the old lady leans in and says to you, "The proof better be hard."
So many innuendos today.
The proof is
I'm
damning.
doing this just for Rob. No,
The proof is damning, my lady.
we would like
It's damn hard.
sooner the better.
Yes,
And with that,
we trust
your
you.
paramour steps towards you and is surprised at what's going on around her. Um, Tita even gives her a little cute little curtsy, not a full. It's not a full apology or anything like that. It's just a acknowledgement that she is a person of some import. and then they swirl and rush as you move out of the house safely. I mean, until you're out the doors, you don't take a deep breath. Your breath still is stuck in
Yeah.
your throat.
Yeah.
And when you're in the streets, suddenly you feel that relief that just almost takes your knees and makes them loose.
Yeah.
And the three of you walk back to your apartments or to your house, your choice.
Thank you, Sasha. That was. I couldn't have done that without you.
It certainly worked out far better than I had hoped even for, so I am glad for you.
Far
Thank
better
you.
than your DM thought was going to happen, that's for sure.
The dice.
I was gonna,
dice
man,
dictates.
that was a phenomenal trump card I had on you guys for a while. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
dang it all. One little bit of role play and they just bust this out. Well played. Well played.
It could have gone. It could have gone very badly. I could have been in
Yeah.
those stocks. Who knows what could have
I
happened?
think next downtime you're going to nail that resist a complication related to your relationship XP
Yeah, nail that point.
trigger.
That point well and truly nailed.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Does this
Okay.
go? Does this go towards any like of the heat clock or anything like that? In terms of, was that separate?
You know, if you are willing to give me a coin and make this sort of a downtime activity
Mm-hmm.
where you were doing your paramour stuff, absolutely.
A coin, sir.
I know it's so
A
petty,
coin for your
so
Witcher.
petty.
I
Not
mean,
coin.
Paramore.
Not coin. Yes. You know what I'm.
I haven't got any influence to spend, so I might have to wait till next time.
Oh,
well,
no. You've got an influence. I'm striking it
There,
off
well
mine. You've got
played.
it.
I knew one of your friends would come in and help you out.
Or I mean, there is the coterie influence as well, which
Yeah.
I think we spent most of that, didn't we?
we might actually have. Yeah,
But you
I
know
think
what?
I know we've got 2 left.
Okay. Yeah, I can spend.
But take mine. Take mine.
Okay.
How perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done. So you can roll and add those, and just do that on your own, and move that up because I think you're pretty close on filling that all the way up if you haven't already.
I've got one
I would
heart.
just like.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, go on.
I've got
One
one heart in
heart.
heat already.
Okay. Awesome. It's like a pie in that each time you roll and you can it's actually, you know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. Because you spin that influence, we'll take the roll where you did the double 6,
Mm-hmm.
and I will give you 4 hearts. Okay? It's a double 6.
It's a 5 fight. He's got 5 out of 6 hearts now.
That's not too dang bad. And I think probably a suitably awesome proposal would probably seal that deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not inviting certain people to this wedding.
Mr. GM, I would like to lodge a complaint. It's a serious complaint.
Please.
Yeah, it's a serious complaint.
Is that Christine?
No, it's on
Okay.
Peter. Whenever he stands up, we no longer get the crotch shot. It's terrible.
The camera.
He has. It's disgusting. He's aware of it. You broached the subject. He's obviously gone shy. We're struggling with viewers live, and that was the only thing that brought them in was Peter's crotch shot.
They're like he would always wear those gray sweatpants and do that whole jiggly thing. When
jiggle.
Yeah, I know. It's embarrassing.
Your feelings make you feel inferior at all.
I don't mind feeling inferior. The viewers loved it. That's all I'm saying.
I think the part that was gross is when he would call it the elephant dance. And you're like, come on. But anyway, okay, everybody.
Which brings us back into Core of Blades, because that's exactly what Monty's doing to his paramour.
Okay, deep breath, grab your drink, hit the restroom, and we'll come back and see what we can do in the last half of our session. Okay? Very, very good. I'm going to mute you this time because I know how to. Remind me to unmute you. All right. We're coming back on. I will go to this now. I'm going back to roll 20. And there we go. And there we go. All right. We're back unmuted and we're back as a team. In the other room, my son and my wife were watching for the first time in their lives the original Blade Runner movie.
Mm.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
not the
oh, do androids dream of electric sheep? Yep.
Yeah.
Read the book in the beginning. But I walked by. I looked over my shoulder as I was walking through the living room to the kitchen. It's like that. What are you guys doing? Pretty cool.
Very
cool.
young Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
Mm.
very
Very young Harrison Ford. Yeah.
Was Sting in it as well? Who was? There was a
Rutger
bad.
Hauer.
Was
Yeah,
Rutger-
how
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's Philip K. Dick, isn't it?
His speech, his dying speech in the rain is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
spoilers. Sorry.
Oh no, he ruined it for everyone that hasn't seen it. Yeah. No. Okay.
I have a confession. I've
No.
never watched it.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
Straight up, I've not seen the re-release either. The one
not
that they
seen
did
the-
a
I've
few
not seen the
years, couple of years ago.
2049 or something one.
Well, that's not a re-release. That's a
That's a
sequel.
Yes.
And sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, the sequel. I've not watched that one either.
You need to watch the first one just for your own edification as a human being, and then the other one's optional.
Yeah. Watch the director's cut though, the first one, because that's
Yeah, amazing.
much better.
Well,
And-
I'll stick it on my bucket list.
just read anything by Philip K. Dick.
The book itself is disturbing and weird in its own way. I read that as a kid. We have this program in the States called Scholastic Reading something or other. And at school, they bring you this little like catalog of books, and you can select some, and they're at knockoff prices. And then you have to go sell your parents on the fact that you you want these books, and they go and they draft the check, and the books come to the school, and then you get the book. And that was one of the ones I got when I was like 10 years old.
Oh my
And
God!
I
For
was
10-year-old.
I was an early reader.
Yeah.
Was it actually published when you were 10?
Yep.
Ooh, cheeky.
Rob, when the dinosaurs were romping around and I was 10. Absolutely.
And Philip K. Dick was writing.
Back in the 50s.
Asked Martin. How could you ask that, Martin?
And Monty's on a roll, so
Actually, yeah, he's just rolled a double six. Pretty much
That was
everything
good,
is
that
in
was
his
good.
purview.
But for someone who, never intended their books to be adapted for TV and film, Philip K. Dick's done a damn good job. Mostly his library, I think, has ended up as films at one stage or
Interesting.
another, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Okay. What do you guys wish to do? Are we going to zoom in on you guys around the table now, doing the decryption and deciding what you're going to do for during this period of time that you've got in this social season to try and do something to forward your house's case? I think that's not a bad place. On this day, a day or two later, there is a light rain outside. It's early evening. The library has a number of long wooden tables that are slanted in the middle to form a V where you can lean books against. It has stained glass windows instead of regular windows that are fairly dark now because of the impending evening and the rain. And the librarians and those that take care of this area are moving around with small lamps to assist those that may be in need. You all have your own light sources. lamps, or other. I say that to Mocklin. And
I've got a torch.
so for Americans, he doesn't mean a torch like you mean. He does not have a large burning stick. He-
In a library. Yeah.
yeah. Yes. Okay. What are you guys
Do you
doing?
not have torches in America? I didn't know that.
Oh no, we do not have torches. We have flashlights.
What do you call flashlights?
Yeah.
A
Oh.
flashlight.
Yes.
Why would you call it a flashlight? It's a light.
Because a
It
torch
doesn't
is
really flash.
Because a torch is a big stick that's flaming that medieval people carry through the catacombs.
Oh, how unromantic of you Americans.
Yeah. No one has ever accused us of high romance.
But we use those occasionally.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, when they're
But
burning
mostly-
witches in
That's
Salem.
Yeah, we
And
do.
mostly for surgery, right, Lorenzo?
Going to the pub or going outside or going to the manor.
Pirates do that. That's an inside joke. There were some large pirate parties in the past, which included torches and hundreds of people storming our local pub. Okay, what are you doing? I'm hands off. You're at the table.
Well, I mean, I must admit there were a couple of things that stood out for me from the note
Mm.
we got. Hang on, let's.
Now, do not
We got this.
do not overthink the fact that I gave you those notes, as they are more important than other things that are in your lives.
No.
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
Oh.
so one was that Marino Bjorn is secretly seeing Anzolo Almari.
Yep.
Of course, one of our tasks is to sow dissent between House Bjorn and House Almari.
Mm.
So if we could basically blow that up between the two houses, that would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
That seems good.
And then, of course, there is our search for Cosimo Rosso.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you
So-
just freaking solved one of the main ones I thought was going to take a lot of your time, which was Martin's Paramore. Unbelievable. I really thought I was going to suck away an entire session on that. That's fine.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Have
So
we sorry, I was just going to ask, have we got anything that belongs to Cosimo?
I mean, there's obviously all the stuff is in his dressing room, I suppose.
Can we get access to it? I might be able to help with that.
Mm.
If you wanted to pursue that, of course. I'll go with whatever everybody else says, but I'm just saying that if you wanted to do that, I can help with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm wondering whether or not we ought to sort of, we can basically put word out and get the watch and get the.
Well, I can find out exactly where he is.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay, well,
A little bloodhound.
what do we think? Do we want to do that, or do we want to? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get. I want to get that.
So remember, you had
Wow.
what were your different things you had needed to do this session? Strife between Lamar and Bjorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a check mark on the Senora Roses. I think you guys knocked that out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we did.
And
We also had to get the mask for. Mind you, that was the same thing. No, it wasn't.
See,
Was it?
I think
Was
you
it?
I think you beat that one up, right?
Yeah.
The idea was, oh, you need the mask to save Loto's reputation, but really, when you boil it down, it was that reputation that was going on.
So,
So we
what was the third one?
we're going to implicate Almari, won't we?
The third one
Yeah.
is the Death Watch has asked for help.
Oh yeah, Metropolitan Hill.
The Death Watch.
Yes.
I
Not the Death
grin.
Eaters, not the.
I'll go to the Death Watch at the Necropolitan Hill. I don't mind that.
Okay. So those are those things there, and then you have the things you discovered in the notes, and you've got your own problems.
Yeah, I was
and-
also thinking. Sorry to Pietro.
Yeah.
The collar. I might be able to actually find who the collar actually belonged to before it was put on Crabman.
Oh. Okay.
Using the same technique as with the item that Cosimo owns, and it's got to be something that he owned.
Yeah.
Because I don't know him intimately.
I think let's do the Cosimo thing, shall we?
Yeah.
I guess he's still
Also-
potentially an imminent threat, isn't he? I guess.
He is indeed.
How many more sessions have we got till the end of the season?
So let's think about this. What have you done during this season? I would say we gave you a
The
freebie
roses.
up front where we said this doesn't count against. And then I think we've had, is it one or two? I will have to look.
No, it's
I
just the
apologize.
roses. It's the Signora of Roses. That's all that we've done. The first one where you said it doesn't count was Lorenzo's jewel.
Yes.
And then we had some downtime from the previous. And
Mhm.
then we went to the Signora of Roses. And then we've just had the downtime from that. So this is where we're deciding, I
no.
believe.
There was one more.
No, I
I'm
think
Was there?
pretty
I-
sure taking Cosimo into your house. Was
Oh,
one.
yeah, taking Cosimo. So, yeah, taking Cosimo into the thing. So we've
So
got one more. So this is it
This
before
is
the
it
end of
for this
season.
so. Basically, we've had from what my records, we've had since the new season started.
Yep.
We have had 4 sessions. So that would
Yes.
be 2 activities and 2 downtimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
2.
So here we are. And
So can
You
we
have
put
achieved
2
one of your-
activities into one session?
don't know.
What do you reckon? I mean, it's not going to take all of us to get Cosimo. I mean, if I tell you where he is, and then maybe you and I, Pietro, you and I, Pete, we go and get Cosimo, posh him, subdue him, whatever, and then bring him back for justice. Lorenzo, Monty, and Sasha
So-
can maybe do
I think
the
I think
Almara thing.
Let me throw something
Cosimo's
out
not
here.
on our list.
Go ahead.
So sorry, Cosimo's not
No.
on our, whereas the setting House Bjorn and House Amari at odds is.
What I wanted to add to that was in D&D, I would have made you make a history roll or a insight check or something, Pete, as someone from your society. Instead, what I'll do is tell you that you have heard of these folks, these death maestros.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Okay? They are incredibly dangerous people who have this reputation, the boogeymen. They shift. Their forms change, and they're always someone new, and all those crazy old wives' tales, right? So in the back of your mind is a slight concern that if your team split and some of you went after this guy, it might be dangerous.
Okay. Well, I'll let the team know.
This is a boogeyman that's told of to young nobles to go behave right, because you never know. The death maestros might be sent to snuff you out, and you'll never know it. You'll think it's your best friend next to you, and all of a sudden there's a knife in your throat.
Strange. When I was growing up, we never heard of such tales. We heard of a man coming down the chimney and fondling cookies and shit, but that was about it. That was scary as fuck.
And crab people that go under canals and things like that. Yes.
Yeah, but they're run of the mill shit. They're sea dwellers, so they don't really,
They're not really bad. Yeah, got it.
No, you just got to get to know them.
Well, you have to understand how romantic the society that Pietro grows up in. I mean, something that scary and boogeymanish that makes the chills come up. That's exciting.
Now, are they multiplying? Are you losing control?
Who? Who? I'm sorry. That was Felix's joke. Go ahead.
Okay, so I mean, so those are the two things I'm going to put on the table: go after Cosimo, or follow up on this romance as a wedge between Almari and Bjorn. Anyone else got any suggestions? And then we'll put it to a vote.
Lorenzo.
I'm happy to follow that. Yeah.
Okay. Lachlan?
I couldn't have said it any better myself. I
Still
think
agnostic on that?
that's perfect. Yep.
Monty, thoughts, feelings?
It'd be nice to kick the boot in at House of Mario, but I think Cosmo is. He could be potentially back and inflict more damage.
Sasha?
Hang on 2 seconds.
No, Pietro. As long as this Maestro of Death is without a contract, he's free game to anyone who brings him money. just a something that's part of the legend.
Yeah. That's assuming he's without a contract, though.
That's assuming. Yes.
Yeah, I think he will have a contract, which will be on our heads.
Of course, the thing is, we could always write a letter to and is it Andolfo Carafa?
Ah, I see where you're going.
Yes, and Dolphin Carafa.
Okay.
We could always just write him a letter, and just leave that to see what happens. You know, whether anything happens.
Ooh, hang on. We can write the letter in somebody else's handwriting, like maybe a Mooney bum.
Oh, you.
A certain person has the skills to write the letter in certain Mooney bum's handwriting, doesn't he? And if we write the letter coming from her to him to let him know
about Marino Bjorn.
Yeah.
That's assuming you have a sample of Mooney Bum's
We
handwriting.
do. We
we've
have
got
all
a
of her
whole
journals.
We got a whole
Oh, you
journal of
do.
her handwriting.
How much have you had to drink? Where's the XP? Where's the treasure?
I was just suddenly thinking of all the times you guys have gone down the road of, hey, we'll do a forgery. It'll be just like this. It's awesome. So
Yeah, no, we've actually got
You have.
proof of calligraphy and everything. So
yes, you do.
So Monty gets handed a sheet of parchment and goes, "There you go, mate. You're up."
Well, I mean,
Joy.
Unless anyone has particular skills in this, I'm happy to do a tinker roll to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think Monty's got forgery.
Has he?
You got forgery or disguise or something like that?
I've got
not disguise.
subterfuge supplies.
Yes, you do, which will give you a extra die.
Document.
So you add that to your base stat. Tinker may be better.
I mean,
But
I got four in tinker, so basically,
4 in tinker.
you
That's
little
dang tough.
tinker.
yeah.
You little
That's
tinker,
pretty
you.
dang tough.
And I have fine tinkering tools as well.
Now,
Yes.
what you can do, Monty, is support him with your various cool things you carry.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm perfectly happy with that, and that gets it up to a ridiculous number of dice for something like this.
Yeah, I'll lend some subterfuge supplies.
Okay, so before we roll the die, I'd like to know roughly what is said in the letter.
Okay, so it'd be something like, my dear Andolfo Carafa, it is with a heavy heart that I must impart to you some knowledge that has come to me regarding the third son of Lamberto Bjorn,
Marino Bjorn.
Marino Bjorn. There is a rumor going around that he has been secretly seeing your beloved wife, Anzolo Almari. And while I do not credit this myself, knowing how much she does love thee, I could not, in good conscience, ignore this.
How's it signed?
Well, I mean, I'll look through there's a bunch of letters in the safe. So how would
Okay.
she normally sign?
Ooh, something to. Now, are you trying to sign it as her?
Well, we're doing it in
Yeah.
her writing, yeah.
We're doing it in her hand, her
Ooh,
style.
very
so-
interesting.
Oh,
Which would make them think that they're getting a boost from Lavelle.
And also, there will be probably some wax seals in these letters.
Oh, absolutely.
but we can.
So basically, use
100%.
a hot knife to take
Yep.
one of those seals off
Absolutely.
and use it to reseal the letter.
So that's all part of this roll. Okay.
Okay.
You can make it look like Moon Lavelle has sent an incriminating letter
Mhm.
on this infidelity.
Yep.
Very good. Let us see what the dice tell us about this particular piece of fiction. Those
Okay,
of you who
so-
can't see the
Be
dice
kind,
roll,
dice. Kind dice.
I will tell you what they come up.
So position.
The position is actually risky. In case you F it up and don't realize it, and is an obvious.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Effect.
I'm tempted to say limited just because they're not expecting this. It's out of the blue from a different direction. And with that, it would make you have to spend other things and makes me excited.
Can I trade a dice for standard effect then?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
I
Could you
am
not-
such a
If
dick.
anyone
well-
needs influence, I still have 3
What about
left.
your influence? Could you not trade influence?
Okay. Well, how about we trade an influence to make it great effect?
Oh, I like it. Very
Do you
much.
want that from the house, from the coterie, or do you want that from me?
It's up to you. If you're happy to spend it.
I've got 3, so if I spend that, I'm down to the same as the coterie. So
Okay. Yeah.
it's a team thing. Okay. Yep. I'm down to 2.
Okay. So great effect.
So I would like to know, Mocklin, really quick, how your influence helps this.
Well, I'm actually giving them an insight as to the poise that she would take, the mannerisms that she would
Ooh.
use from when I was laying on the bed, stark bollock naked, and she was trying to write a letter and thought it was funny to admonish someone.
So her turn.
Her
Turn of
turn of phrase.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's where I
Wonderful.
was going with all of
Nope.
that.
That's wonderful. I love it. Well done.
I just wanted to say start bollock naked live on stream. Twice.
It's in all of our heads
For the
now.
record.
Felix is not going to sleep tonight. He has work.
No, you can see he's already thinking about Mocklin being akimbo.
Oh, gosh.
I'm waiting for Pete to stand up.
And Pete missed it. It's all about him.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Missed it.
Just waiting for Pete to stand up. He was going to say cough twice. No.
Oh. Oh dear.
Oh, dear. Okay.
So
Oh,
bonus
dear.
dice. Well, we spent one bonus dice. That would have been what, the assist from.
Yeah. So,
I do have some fine tinkering tools.
oh, do you?
Yeah.
Crap. There's an extra die.
Okay. Then here we go.
So 6 dice and a greater effect.
5 dice.
5. Look at that. And of course,
Wow.
with that many die,
Every single number almost, apart from the worst one.
yeah,
6.
So it's
there's
nearly
the
full
6
house.
you wanted.
Total
Okay.
6. So
So,
what I'm hoping, well,
Total great
if
success.
I can say what I'm hoping for
okay.
is that with that total success and the great effect is that he's so enraged that he immediately goes and maybe the timing is just right. She said, "I'm going to be out for the evening,"
Oh, I see.
and he immediately follows her and finds them together.
I think that is absolutely what happens. And worse than that, instead of calling him out for a duel, he just slides the saber in.
Ooh.
And the saber doesn't just go in 1, it goes in 2.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's a long saber.
And we are in a situation where the houses are at odds. Well done, coterie.
Okay. Nicely done, everyone.
So we still have an hour. Is there
So
any
now we're
chance?
moving on to. And now
Well,
we're
we've
on
got
to
Cosimo.
Oh,
our
Cosimo
favourite
Rossi, yeah.
thing.
Cosimo, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the
Cosimo
houses
de
at odds, so let's
Yes,
tackle
you do.
Cosimo.
Yeah, Cosimo de Rosso, not his real name, I'm sure.
Yeah, no. He may have never had a real name, depending how he was raised in that esoteric order.
So we're going to knack him.
He's gonna knack him.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
Lorenzo,
so
I
Edo-
am acutely aware that you have not had nearly as much fun tonight to do your own thing. Is there anything you would specifically like to do on the side, or anything else? I know we're
There's
we're
nothing I
time-
particularly want to do on the side. I'm just waiting for the next mission. Maybe finding Cosimo. Do so as long as I can do something with my monkey.
Fair enough.
Make him useful. Do some actiony type stuff.
Very good.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly glad with that.
I'm happy watching. Don't worry about it at all. I've got
I personally think it's been phenomenal role playing and story tonight, except for the fact that Lorenzo was left out of a lot of the pieces parts. So let's move on to that. So you guys are going to try and find Cosimo. How do you go about this?
So should we get the? Have we
Go
tried
ahead.
to use the knack yet to do that? Have we tried, Rob? Can you use some blood magic and just?
I think I think all of you should ask him to use blood magic as often as possible.
Yeah. Lose a bit of yourself.
Well, I mean, first thing we're going to do is
You have some of my blood if you want.
ideally get a hairbrush from the theatre.
So I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to cause any problems with that. That's easy. You guys have power, influence, money. Getting into that theater, to the shut up room, and the angry director who doesn't understand why Cosimo has gone missing. You push through all that. You've got the brush. You've got the hair.
Okay. So not just something that he owned, but actually a piece of his body.
I would say that's very intimate. Actually, it's something connected to the target. It's a focus. So yeah, hair is absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
So
it's not a
I
wig.
will say this, just to say it, the the room is fairly clean, fairly austere. But that brush is just sort of lying out there by the mirror.
Okay. Well, we might want to look around, see if there's anything else, because it's possible that, as you say, he might have been wearing a wig.
Is this a vengeful mission? You
It
say?
will be.
Yeah.
It will be. We are going to kill him.
Oh, has he got a toothbrush in here?
Yeah, toothbrush, anything that might you basically have, it's
Yeah.
Use toilet roll. No.
nail.
You're not going to share a toothbrush, but you might share a comb, a brush, hair comb.
Okay, so we have some samples of these various bodily bits.
The one sample you have is the brush.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything else is really austere.
You're going with a black
You would
light.
almost expect an actor's place to be slovenly and full of glasses that were half full of drink, that had saliva on the side, and you'd expect a pair of knickers in the corner or something. You've got a brush sitting in front of the mirror.
Can we not go in with a black light and see if there's any bodily fluids?
No, we don't.
Don't have that, sadly.
Yeah, I'm not rubbing nose in between my fingers, thank you.
Okay. Let's go. Let's let Mocklin do his voodoo thing.
You're in the room,
so
Mocklin.
Okay. So JKR, I hope you didn't give Anthony a polyjuice potion. I pluck out a hair.
Very good.
I say, Lorenzo.
Wait, before you do that, there's a smattering of hairs, both blonde and brown, in the particular brush.
Oh,
Did he go grey?
He was
Pietro?
a brown-haired guy.
Was he brown or was he blonde?
Pietro.
He's brown.
I cannot remember.
We'll call him brown.
Brown.
They're going to end up finding the wrong person.
Okay. You see, now my faithless is kicking in, and I'm thinking, shit, should I take the blonde? Because I know that he's a master of disguise because he played a very good hunchback.
Oh, yes, he did. Well,
What
he
color
played a
was
really
the
crappy
hunchbacks?
hunchback to make Pietro think that he was being an idiot.
Well, I wasn't there, but I got told that, you know, and I thought that was actually fantastic. So was the hunchback blonde or brown?
The hunchback's got blackish hair.
Right. Okay. Okay. So I'll fuck it. In it for a biscuit. Right. I'm gonna put out a blonde. Sorry, a brown.
Okay.
A brown hair. Okay. And Lorenzo.
Christine, what color is your hair?
Yeah.
Sasha.
What colour's your hair?
She's black-haired.
She's black
Black
hair.
hair. Monty.
I think he's. What did I put down? Tall average, dark shoulder length. Let's put dark. So he's kind of a dark brown,
Lorenzo.
black.
Lorenzo's blonde. Sorry, not
Pietro.
Lorenzo. Sorry, Pietro's blonde. Sorry. Apologies.
Lorenzo.
Lorenzo's black.
Okay. Mocklin.
I've got kind of dirty
challenge.
blonde hair.
I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
just dirty blonde hair.
Fair enough.
You can see my picture on the profile. I look
That's true.
exactly like that.
That's true. I love it. Okay. So you have the brown hair.
No, I've got the dirty blonde hair.
You do. That you're gonna do it. Got it.
That I'm going to. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Right.
Describe
Okay.
the magical effect you're intending and how you draw the different elements, or you draw all the elements to do it.
Well, I don't. That's the thing. This isn't kind of. I mean, it's magic, but it's kind of not. It just says spend 1 stress to remotely view a distant place or person tied to you.
Perfect.
You may use something connected to the target as a focus rather than an intimate tie. So I'm going to basically spend a 1 stress, and I'm going to use my scrying to see if that's who it comes out with.
Brilliant.
I'm not going to project myself. He won't know that I'm there unless he's got some form of magical defense.
Love it. So tell me about how you take this and do it. Give me the role play of that.
Okay. So I very gently try and part the hairs within the tooth, within the hairbrush. And I'm going to try and choose one that's kind of at the base, that's under a load of the other browns, and I'm going to try and tease it out because I don't want anything from the blonde hairs touching it. And then I basically come around the bottom of I try and pull it around the bottom of the brush, and I get around about that much, and it snags, and then I try and tease it a little bit more, but then it pulls out. But I've got just enough, I think, to do the magic. I've got a length of hair.
Is it straight?
Very good. So, no one.
I look at it. No, it's kind of curly now, Lorenzo.
Nice.
As long as it's come from him, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. I don't want to be looking at his codpiece. That would be a little bit gross.
Fair enough.
Oh, thanks. Now my faceless is really kicking in. Now I really don't want to do this, just in case all I can see is his dick.
Nothing like a dick pic. Come on now.
Yeah, but only I see it. Wow, that's huge. No. Okay, so I've got just enough that I think that it should work. So basically, I stick it down on the thing, I stick it in my hand and what have you, and I basically concentrate on it, and I take the point of stress.
Got it.
I take the point of stress, and basically, yeah, in my mind's eye, I can see that person that pubic hair belongs to.
Very good. So we establish that no one in our group has a brown hair, correct? Dark brown hair.
Yeah.
We establish that this guy is a ridiculously refined son bitch.
Yes.
The hair you get leads to the black wall of death. And you slam against it, and it hurts. That hair belongs to someone who has died violently recently. And you have a sneaking suspicion it was left there on purpose to make you slam into the black wall of death and hurt.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to spend another stress. I'm going to go back in time. Who does that hair belong to?
Is it Victoria by any chance?
Are you pushing back? Oh, it's Victoria.
Yes, it's
Absolutely
Victoria.
Victoria. Someone has taken some of her hairs and laced it into this brush so that a knack who took it and decided to do this would crash into the wall of death and take pain.
Okay, I fall to the floor.
Fair enough. You've taken the stress. It hurts. I mean, it hurts like you've rubbed up against the shadow of death. You guys all see him do this.
Right. The other hairs are probably fake as well, then.
You know, that's a really cool assumption. Or are there any people in your group that might have left hairs anywhere that would have done a weird double loop and made him have pain that way? Interesting question.
Um,
But he's on the floor. Are you unconscious or just in pain?
No, I am basically. I'm going to play this like I've just ran full sprint,
Yep.
100-meter sprint, and I've just ran face first into a brick wall.
You've never done this
So
before.
basically, I've done that, and I've used the last time I did it, it was an intimate, so I could get past most of the barriers and what have you. This one, and yeah, which plays straight into my faithless scandal. You know, because why did I do this? And I'm basically like holding my head. I'm like I'm sat on the floor, but I'm like holding my head.
Can I just quickly?
Here's what I'm gonna do, Rob. When you hit that black wall, it's like a piece of jade, not jade, of jet.
Yeah.
You can see on the other side a female form.
Yeah.
And she makes a swirling motion that stays bright in the air. And it looks strangely like one of those designs in Victoria's books.
I've not seen her books. Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yeah, we got everything out in the library, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yep. And what I'll say from this, Monty, is as you're moving down these books, she has managed to, even though her murderer tried to set up the investigators to crash against the walls of death and hurt, standing behind it, she has managed to give another clue towards all of the coding. Okay? Cool?
Yeah.
Did we lose someone on our roll 20?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. My.
No, it's okay.
If I shut my laptop, it kind of knocks me out.
So he's back again. Right. So does anyone help me up?
I'll help you up, but my feeling is that we shouldn't give up on this, and then we should find some other personal item. And I'm thinking back to the murder, and I know there was blood splattered everywhere. I can't remember if there were two types. I've got a feeling you might have said there were two types of blood, but I can't remember that. And then the other thought was that if he was playing lots of people at the theatre, there would have been plenty of items and props and so forth.
Hang on. So when we, coming back to when the murder happened. So we came in after we heard the murder, and basically he had his clothes had been taken off. He was bare chested, I think.
Oh yes.
And when we escaped, we bundled all his clothes together and took them with us.
Yes.
Still have some of his clothes.
I think that's a great idea. And you even have, if you wanted to go back in the house,
might even be a wig. He was probably wearing a wig as well.
I don't know if you got the wig, but you definitely have the clothes that he had originally when he was shivering in the cold on top of that roof, talking you into letting him go to wherever he wanted to go.
Yeah.
And you had that thought in your head about pushing him off the roof, but you thought, what type of psychopath would think that?
You had this little voice nagging in your ear.
Push him! Push him!
And you're thinking, what psychopath would? Hey, Pete.
What you got to start thinking to yourself is, what would Sasha do?
Sorry, hang on.
Pete, what's your life insurance like? Just wondering. Anyway.
Okay, so Lorenzo helps me up. Thank you very much, Lorenzo.
I'm going to do my best over the next few hours or whatever to try and persuade him to try it again, because he's obviously had a scandal about this.
Okay. Absolutely.
So we're going to crack open that bottle again that I was drinking with Pete.
Ooh.
Mm.
Very good. And you do have the monkey with you. The monkey has taken to not getting off of you unless told.
Right.
So it will swirl around your body, into your hat, whatever. But in general, it doesn't prefer to be anywhere else
So
unless told.
I gotta say, it's better to have a monkey that won't get off of you than a monkey that wants to get off on you.
That's absolutely true. And yeah, gosh. But
What
does
is going
explain
on
the
tonight,
hair
guys?
gel.
Pull it together. Pull it together.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So with that hair gel
jeez.
in place, Lorenzo, what are you thinking?
Well, I've got the monkey on me, but I'm not sure how that changes anything.
It doesn't change a damn thing. But
yeah.
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking let's go and we've got the clothes. Have we got the clothes on us? We just use them, or we'll send the monkey.
You can get them back to your apartment. You guys have kept all sorts of stuff through this entire event.
Let's just go and try the clothes in the apartment. Let's just go and do it. Is Rob drunk yet?
No.
No.
He's ridiculously sober.
Right. Well, we'll have to ply him a bit.
You see, the thing is, right, is to get a royal drunk, you've got to stop them from drinking. Well, if they never stop drinking, they're never going. They're going to be sober by default. But in a drunken state, so it takes a lot more alcohol to get a drunker.
Fair enough. You're at your.
So
you guys have come back from the theater. You're at your apartment. You have the clothes on the coffee table around the chaise lounge and the overstuffed chairs and couches that are there.
Okay, so I obviously I've explained to everyone that I saw something dancing and twirling. I thought it was because, but thinking about it, I think it was actually Victoria, and she was doing a dance that looked like one of the designs from out of a book. And I describe it in greatest of detail how she moved, the arm movements, the hands, everything that I could see. And then I tell them the excruciating force that I collided with, which was really, really not nice. And if it happens again, I'm going to be in a hospital and have a third scandal.
Taking a lot of hits.
Taking a lot of hits. You just rushed up and kissed the
for the team, right?
You rushed up and kissed the grizzly skull of death, and that.
Hey, at least I now know where the entrance is to the death domain, so I can nip in and come back out again.
You know, actually, let's do this. I love this as far as the with certain pains and dangers. I don't see why you, now that you have rushed against the wall of death and seen beyond it, why couldn't you do that again with enough pressure and risk?
Oh, how cool would it be if I could get someone
I'm
back
working on
from
it.
the
death? I'm actually gonna kill Rob. Pietro. Oh, what did you just roll for Tinker?
I didn't. No, I'd already rolled the Tinker.
Okay, it's other stuff. Okay.
Wait, no, I just done a.
Cheers, Pete.
Cheers. Okay, so aside from the
Monty,
addictive,
can we look up that symbol in the books
absolutely.
before,
And what
before we ask Mocklin to gamble with his sanity again? Let's use the clues we've got.
So what I will tell you is it seems to be the key to the page that has her contacts.
Yes, contacts.
Okay. So suddenly you have a list of names. One for at least one for every house and every other minor house ish. You might have the one you want. We'll see. Okay. So every house has an informant that she's using. You now have their names.
Lovely.
Okay? Every house, including Bjorn, you have an informant in the house who has been providing information to Victoria somehow.
That takes her down.
You don't know if there are cutouts, if there's codes, if there's drop locations. You don't know any of that, but you've got the names.
Know who they are, yeah.
Okay?
Marino Grion, one of them, was it?
No. Sadly, it is not.
Be difficult to question him now, I think.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying good thing.
So, with
That's
that,
enough. That's
any
enough.
house you ask for, I'll give you a name.
Fantastic. Okay.
Okay? And so hold on to that knowledge because
Mhm.
you've got it and you can do what you want with it. And Victoria has given it to you for a reason. You know that, Mocklin, because of the glowing eyes looking at you, almost not pleading, but demanding when she made the symbol.
I relay this.
Yep.
Okay. How does that help us in finding?
Well, we know the Deathmeister is hired by House Lavelle. Potentially,
True.
do you see
point.
if we think that's Cosmo?
So
Who's that
who in
contacting
House
Lavelle?
Lavelle would have told Victoria that?
Yes, that is the question.
Yes, because that's it. So, who's the house?
Who's the
Lavelle?
contact?
Who is the contact in House Lavelle? We can work that, ladies and gentlemen. And I will. Oh no, that's the wrong one.
What Anthony is meaning with that is give me 30 seconds to work out how to display everything and get the information over to the players.
Yeah. I'll go faster than that slightly. It's Fortes.
Fortes.
Fortez. Del.
Fortes del.
Spunk.
And then I'm going to say the last is
Spunkmister.
no. It's Palei.
Palais.
Palais.
Fortes del Palais.
Fortes del Palais. You don't know where he fits in the house. You're not sure, but there's several marks underneath his name that indicate a decent chunk of money has gone his direction. Okay? So this Fortes del Palais has provided a decent amount of information for money out of the house.
So we need cash.
You've got cash. You can.
And he's House Lavelle, yes.
He's the contact at House Lavelle. So yes, he's not a member of the Lavelle family, but
no, he's not.
So now we need to find Fortes del Palais.
The maid might know.
She might.
Well, she would probably know.
Oh,
No.
she might.
Yeah, good question. Okay. How about we go and ask her then? Good idea.
I'm very interested in this. So, this will require leaving the city by the gates. Okay? And because she's out on a farm,
mm,
Can we not send a messenger?
you could.
Hmm.
You can always
Yeah.
send a messenger.
yeah, let's send a messenger.
And what is the message?
Can we have a flashback?
Hey,
A flashback.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Can we have flashbacks in Court of Blades?
Oh, absolutely in Court of Blades. Usually it should be during an engagement. Instead, you're asking it in the sort of role play before. But
Okay.
we're also sort of running out
So
of time.
I'm going to put this out to the whole party beforehand because what I would like to do, I'm not going to have enough stress for an actual engagement if we have one, unless this is an engagement and next week is going to be downtime. So what I'm thinking is have somebody taking the two stress, having a flashback, and we ask for something personal from the maid. I can then use my scrying to appear, and I can talk to her and she can talk to me, and we can get the answers without leaving the city. That will cost 2 stress, 1 for the scrying and 1 for that ability. But I
You know
need
what?
that flashback.
No-
Or we venture out the city, we get
You
what we
guys
need.
no flashback. You guys kept something from her when she left.
Okay.
Excellent. In that case, no flashback. In that case, I go and I go, we've got and I rummage around and I find whatever that item is, the trinket or whatever, and I go, right, I can ask her if you wish. Hopefully she's not dead.
Hopefully she doesn't freak out when you appear.
No, she's not.
Well, she's not going to freak out or she's not dead.
No. She will freak out. She is.
Okay.
As your consciousness rolls towards her across the distance, and you see the hamlet, and then you see the sort of enclosed
Oh, what
farmyard,
was her name?
and then you see you're moving into that farmhouse, and there's a young man, and she's there. They're chatting together across a dinner table, and then all of a sudden you're there.
Yeah, so I think only your target can also see and hear you.
Yep.
Right. So we got a name, didn't we? I didn't write it down.
Fair
so.
enough. It's all good. We'll deal with
Okay.
that.
So basically, I say, excuse me, madam, please don't be alarmed. It's Mocklin, and I bear my wounds. You show me yours, and I'll show you mine.
Gosh.
Remember?
She screams, falls over backwards off of her chair. The
It's not just
porridge,
Monty.
and it's sort of a porridge, boiled eggs, and bacon thing. It's sort of weird. It's a mishmash. It was their dinner, but that goes flying across the floor. The husband stands up, looking
dear.
around. He pulls a sword. He's trying to figure out what's happening. And then she gets back up on her knee, and she goes, "What? What?"
We need your help once more. Don't worry. We don't need you to come into the city. This is why I'm appearing this way. Okay.
have to be
I
so
thought it
ugly?
would be safer. Yes, I'm in disguise.
Ah,
Okay. So I must apologise. We've got a name, and I repeat the name, which is Fortes del Paley. Paley.
oh.
Okay. Who do you know who he is within your old house, and what position did he hold?
Fortes de Paley.
And that's my 2 stress.
So I'm not quite sure. So Fortes, and she's talking to the air.
Yeah.
Help me.
Uh,
Where did he fit?
Don't know exactly. He was a paid informant for one of the houses. I'm wondering whether we might be able to use him to gain extra information on your previous house.
No. Really?
Yes,
Fortes.
Fortes.
Oh no.
And may I say, your husband is actually damn charismatic. Well done, you. And congratulations, by the way.
She blushes. Says Fortes is the private secretary for the Lavelle.
Which Lavelle?
Well, the Lavelle is the
Lavelle.
Oh, the Lavelle.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Oh, thank you so much. And I put my hand out and I say hand, and then I lean in and give her hand a kiss, and then I look at her husband once more, and I turn back to her and say, he really is dashing, don't you know?
So I will mention this to you, Mocklin. You notice that the situation you left them in is less than middle class.
Is what?
Okay.
Less than middle class.
Is
It hasn't turned out quite as you intended with the money and everything you spent. They are a struggling crofter family.
Okay, I asked them what's happened.
And they've made some bad investments. They have struggled a bit with the pastoral scene and have had to learn how to do very different things they haven't understood, and they've effed it up, and their money is largely gone, and they are in a bad situation.
Okay, so I say to the young lady, I said, look, I would like to help, and I will. At this moment in time, because I'm so far removed, I can't actually give you any physical items. So a piece of advice for you: if you would take it, it might help. Because of your charming, charismatic young husband there, sign up for OnlyFans. You'll be minted in days. And then I terminate the connection.
Very good. Okay. And you guys can decide on that as you wish. Sadly,
yeah, when I come out of it, I tell everybody what's gone on. I tell them that it's not gone quite right. Well, I think we need to help them before it declines, but to what stage, I honestly don't know. They can't use this as a crutch, but one last investment of some sort, maybe, just to get them back on the feet.
Stop.
Over to everybody else.
I'm going to hit you to pre-post. I have to go pee, and we'll be right back.
No worries.
All right, I'm back. So, you guys ready? Okay, deep breath, deep breath. All right, I'm going back to roll 20, Quill Blaze, and just about as soon as it comes over, it's moving slow tonight. You on purpose. There. Hey, now you're unmuted.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's. And in the other room, as I walked by, we are at the rain scene with Rutger Hauer.
Oh.
And I was looking over their shoulders. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so classic. And my wife was looking at her phone,
Oh,
and I was just like, oh, son of a gun. I can't like make a big deal of this and go, hey, why don't you watch right now? Because it's really cool.
Attack ship
Well.
burning off the shoals of Orion.
Oh gosh, what a phenomenal scene in Blade Runner. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's see what are you guys gonna do in this last little bit. And I'm not gonna. I will not dead stop you at 10, but you guys have your own lives, so dead stop me at your dead stop. Okay.
Okay.
And I have no problem with that. Especially Felix. Yep.
So we need to find out where this guy lives. Does he live in the Lavelle house, or does he live? We need to find a way of contacting him.
Okay.
His movements where, yeah.
But we need to do it obviously very discreetly because we don't want to give away his.
Well, if he's the secretary, could we send him a letter addressed to such and such when he opens it?
That well might be easier than magic as far as damage. It may take more time.
Yeah, but then there's the danger, obviously, if he doesn't open the letter, someone else does.
Yep. So how would you guys like? So I'm sensing that you're pushing a knack solution towards Mocklin.
No.
No. Okay.
No. I'm thinking if we observe the house, see. Well, let's put it this way: he's the secretary to the Lavelle.
Yep. Yes.
So he would have been seen at business conference functions and things like that. He would be hanging around next to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Monty, you remember him chatting at the last dance to somebody with a eye patch. Carry on.
Right. Okay.
Somebody with an eye patch.
Yep.
I wonder who that could be.
It wasn't our guy. Go ahead.
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, the other guy with the eye patch.
The other guy with the eye patch.
Eye. Ah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you killed his eyeball.
Yeah.
I didn't kill it. The monkey killed it.
Oh, that's it. Blame the monkey.
Well,
Blame
the
the
monkey picked it up and threw it out the window.
Oh. Loren's not even here to defend his monkey. Yeah.
No, I know.
Okay.
No wonder it got killed and stuffed.
Okay,
oh no, that was the first one.
So what are we doing on this?
I would have thought most monkeys would have picked it up and eaten it.
Oh,
I like that too. Okay.
Both options
What are you
good.
Well, okay, so now we have a description of him.
Yep.
How about we basically keep an eye on the house and see if he leaves, and then we can slip him a note.
Slip him a note.
Basically, brush past him on the street and drop a note.
So what I'd like is a gather information roll from somebody.
Who's our
Monty?
I would guess.
Fair enough.
Monty's good at stealth and infiltration.
Mhm.
Sasha's
Watch
good at
this whole
hunting.
thing.
One of the two.
Yeah.
So,
So
Or
remember,
even
you
the
can't-
monkey.
You're not failing an information roll. You're just getting information of some level.
Yeah.
You pick something you're going to roll, and you do it.
Yeah. Well, I've got hunt at 3, so I'm happy to give that a.
Okay. What about you, Monty? Do you have something that's similar?
No, nothing at 3. Just got a few 2s.
Anybody else that wants to think that they have a better chance of figuring out where this guy's going?
Than Miss Dice.
I've got hunt as well, so I can assist.
Okay. I like that. Tell me how you do it. And no, I will ask Sasha and you to discuss how you go about this hunt.
Well, I think we'll have observed the house, seen his
I want
movements.
to see how
I'm
the
pretty
monkey is used.
I'm pretty
No,
certain on a
I want the
daily
monkey
basis.
used. There's no extra dice without a monkey.
The monkey will be used. Don't worry, the monkey will be used.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain that on a daily basis he maybe pops out to a coffee shop or a newsagent's or something, to pick up the daily rags that he can then feed the information to his master that what's going on in the world. And
Okay.
I don't know.
I like it.
But I'm pretty certain he has maybe a slight routine. Most of these sort of people tend to have a routine
So you're
of
looking for a
things
what
that they do.
we in the business
and
call
basically,
a pattern of life.
Wait.
indeed, a pattern of life
Yes.
he follows. And basically, I shall make sure that I'm somewhere in his way. I think if Lorenzo could ask the monkey to maybe, I don't know, sit on my shoulder and just create a distraction, screech or something as we're passing by, so that I can basically almost stumble into him. So if we can be, Lorenzo and I could be walking past him together, and the monkey will screech, which makes me sort of move away quickly and stumble into him. And while I'm stumbling into him and slightly knocking into him a little bit, but then picking him up and trying to hold him upright, I can slip a little note into his pocket, hopefully unseen by anybody then.
maybe the monkey slips a note.
The monkey could.
Ooh.
Well-
Ooh.
He's got that special ability now.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
So you could take the monkey and then just kind of place it on his back or something.
No, Lorenzo, you're gonna have to place the monkey.
Well, I just got a command, so
Yes, you do.
I just got a finger
What
command.
so what we can do is you're walking past with the monkey. I accidentally barge into you, which means the monkey then jumps off you and onto him.
Yep.
You're then trying to sort of take your monkey back quickly, but your monkey, of course, quickly slips a note into his pocket,
Oh,
unaware.
it moves back.
While you then scoop at the monkey and apologise, and I apologise profusely to the both of you for causing the kerfuffle, and then we all.
I 100% love this, and the role encompasses in this game, of course, slightly more. So this role encompasses figuring out the pattern of life so that you can be where you are when he comes by.
Okay.
It encompasses the subterfuge of the bump, the monkey movement, and everything else. So tell me the role you want to do for this entire cool piece.
So it's a hunt roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
With assistance from Lorenzo.
Is it a risky roll or is it a
It's desperate.
desperate roll?
You're gonna get points for this.
Okay.
This guy is almost a power unto himself, and what he can bring down rain, fire, and crap on those who screw with the house Lavelle.
Okay, and
Right?
what's the effect of this? Is it standard, limited, great,
I
extreme,
think it
zero?
would be the effect you want, which is a note in the pocket, is a standard effect.
Standard effect.
Fair enough.
Okay. And I believe I have additional dice from the monkey. and assistance from Lorenzo. Yes.
Yeah.
You got an extra die from Lorenzo.
Yeah.
I didn't say from the monkey, but I'm willing to take an argument on that.
We're using the monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've also got a special ability that I could use. I don't know if I can use that in
No,
conjunction.
let's hear.
And basically, it's once per round. Any flashbacks where you've arranged a distraction or employed a mayhem cost no stress. When drawing attention to yourself, take 1+ effect. So I could be the distraction, and then we could send the monkey in with.
So you are the distraction, the bumping into him.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's phenomenal. There's no stress there. So the portion that is knocking him and putting him sort of off his guard is done. It's no longer a desperate roll. This is simply a risky roll.
Right, hang on, I'm just going to cancel that out because.
Okay. Are you comfortable with that, Lorenzo, as a good benefit from your action?
Yeah, but I mean, we don't. Do we get less points for risky rolls? We get
Yes, you do.
More XP triggers, don't we?
Yes, you do.
I do. It's fine. It's nothing more than that because I'd be rolling, so it's me that loses out on it.
If it helps, it helps. I'm happy either way.
Fine. Okay, so it's risky.
Risky, standard. Let's do it.
And have I got extra dice or not?
From
the assistance from Lorenzo.
Yes.
From the monkey and the 1+ effect from the party crasher. Maybe not.
The party crasher changed the level of risk.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So it's done that.
So
Okay.
we'll give you an
bonus
extra. You get an extra die from the monkey.
All right, that's fine. I'm gonna go for it.
Ooh.
4, 5, 2, 2.
Wonderful. 5 is this awesome roll.
You love 5s.
I love 5s. The
I
monkey comes across.
I am thinking that I might take a little bit of influence or stress or something to up the dice result because I can do that, can't I?
You can, yeah.
I believe
To
take my 5 to 6.
Okay.
Can I?
What benefit?
I think it's more that you can take it to a full effect versus a partial effect.
Yeah, I don't think.
It's not the die itself.
Yeah, I think you can do it for an information roll, but I don't think you can do it for a regular roll.
But we've got a 5, which is a definite. We've succeeded. It's just it's not a phenomenal.
5 is a success.
Yeah, it is a success.
100%.
A complication.
Absolutely. There may be a complication.
4 is complication, isn't it?
5 is complication too. Only a 6 is a clear, unimpeded, wonderful success. And a double 6 is what Monty gets and no one else. So you can see your monkey moves across his body. And he is slapping at your monkey, trying to get it off. Slap, slap, slap. He's angry. He's upset. And the monkey drops the little bitty scroll of note. And it goes not quite into his pocket, but it drops down. And you see it go into the top row of the socks that come up towards the bottom of the hose. And it's tucked in there nicely. And
he's wearing hose.
Absolutely. He is wearing a top and of leather that's got the slits that has a cool underneath shirt that's just of neat colors, and he's got the waistcoat that goes down, but he's got the hose and the boots, and he's got the sort of socks that come up, and it goes bloop, right down into those socks. He'll find it. You have a success, but it's not quite where you want it to go.
No, but hopefully he'll get the message. He says.
Lorenzo? Sasha? Are you comfortable with this?
Well, are you trying to tell me to send the monkey further down the trousers?
Oh no, no! I'm not. I'm not. I'm not telling you anything. I'm
Yes,
just saying
yes, he
the
is.
note
That's
didn't go
exactly what
quite
he's
where it's
telling you
supposed
to
to
do.
go.
Yep, yep. Send the monkey further down the trousers.
You want me to?
Do you wish to take the monkey to go down and grab that and put it somewhere else?
We've got success. I'm happy.
I think so too. I mean, there is a
I don't think you
success.
should be encouraging this behaviour.
You're a bad, bad man. Bad, bad man.
I'm glad
Okay.
that you the monkey.
Okay, the note has gone to your contact in the house.
With all these contacts, we could bring her down, couldn't we?
There's a possibility.
We could just bring down the whole house.
There's a possibility.
Well, we only have one contact within the house.
Yep.
We have one contact within every house.
Every house, which is then they're not our contacts, are they?
They were hers
They were hers.
as she
And
was gathering intel.
We can expose
Is it generally
Now,
known
you
now
have
that
to
she's
assume
died?
that all the other houses probably have a contact in your house.
Yeah, but we can expose her on multiple levels. With every single house, we can turn every house against her.
No. We have Victoria's contacts, not Cara Delemoon.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Not Moon de la
Not
Val's.
Moon de la Mooney, old Moonies. We don't have old Mooney's contacts. We have Victoria's.
Well, don't-
Rob.
Oh, Mooney.
She had a fantastic ass.
We
don't have Moon's yet.
Why did I choose this name? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying we don't have the contacts from Moon de la Val yet.
No, not yet. That might happen.
Yeah.
Thoughts? So
Okay. Well, we've dropped the note in, so that means we have set up a
What?
meeting.
Have we
Yes,
set?
you
Is
have.
that what it was? It was a meeting, is it?
Yeah. Set up a
Okay.
meeting.
guys, we're at 10 o'clock, and
Yeah.
I don't want to screw you. We did not do a actual event. We had a lot of role play. We had a little bit of downtime. And I don't want to screw you out of your last thing for this particular season, even though I'd love to, just because of we're trying to keep you in this pressure cooker of trying to get things done in the short time you've got with the little bit of resources you've got. And that's a joy because you guys are just struggling to try and decide what to hit. What else? No, you know what? Guys, this is the last session of the season.
Well, we got downtime next week, surely.
Yeah, next week we'll play. We'll do downtime,
Yeah.
and that's it. Season's over.
Fair enough.
I think we should quickly roll.
I think
Well, I mean, we got two
you
out of
guys
our
actually carried out more than you thought.
Yeah.
And we'll move
Have we
into
got
winter.
time to? Have we got time to do a quick bit of
I'm sorry, I'm not
scrying?
hearing you.
So,
Yep.
have we got time to do a quick bit of scrying on Cosimo's clothes?
You know what? Is anyone okay with that for going past 10?
Yeah, fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Felix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felix?
It won't
Okay.
take long.
Felix, you okay?
Yeah, I said it was okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I might have to pop out if it
Okay. So, what I'm thinking is, whilst Sasha and Lorenzo are out with Monkey,
Okay.
Myself, Monty, and Pietro. They sort out which would more likely be the best item of clothing out of the assortment. And basically, I just spend one stress to scry where he is.
Okay. So what they pull out and what you think is the most intimate of pieces is the small clothes.
Lovely.
When you
Well,
say
if you
small
compare-
clothes, you mean
Small clothes.
Undercrackers.
I thought he was
Yeah.
naked from the chest, not necessarily.
Yeah. I mean, a
God.
big whiff of that would probably help you out a lot.
Okay,
You-
I'm touching another man's smalls.
Oh, bad man, that GM. A bad man.
I know the amount of innuendo coming out of him tonight.
I know.
Terrible, terrible.
Drink. Ugh. I don't
Not
know.
enough, obviously.
Oh,
Normally, when he has too much, he gives us shitloads of money.
I'm ashamed. I'm just ashamed. Go ahead.
Okay, so I take the one stress to scry to remotely view distant place or person. So I'm
think
trying to
you're
find
right.
where Cosimo is.
Two stress just because you're dealing with his unmentionable.
Yeah, probably.
No.
Extra.
No.
Okay.
No. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to prick your finger and I'm going to use some of your blood to amplify everything.
Oh, are you?
No.
No.
Okay. Oh, I was excited. I was so excited. So I'll let you do this, but I am going to ask you. Your element effect.
This is your special scrying ability, isn't it?
It is a special
Yeah.
dragon ability, but I
Yeah.
want to know the elements that he's hitting for this because it may mean something.
Okay, so the person is an assassin, moves in the dark, so shadows,
Ooh.
overlaid with light,
Well,
to try and bring him forward out of the shadows.
Air would be a good.
Um,
Obviously,
Ooh.
air is everywhere.
You have, by
Yeah.
the way, you have talked to all of your team about your skills, and they all have ideas.
mm.
Fair enough. So
And
when
We've got
Pietro
plenty
goes,
of water as well, so
fire
we
of
could
life.
add some. I mean, we got most of the. I mean, we got earth as well. So we've got basically most of the prime elements.
and you're sitting
But
there, and you're sitting there thinking, "Wow, I've got most of the elements. I could have all of the elements."
if only Lorenzo's monkey was here. I'm gonna have to roll a 6, I think.
Okay. To do
If
what?
I got to tell you, if ever I
Oh
see
shit!
a group of servants bringing in a big block of stone with manacles in it into his room, I'm
No. No, I'm not going to use blood magic because
be a bad idea.
three scandals or three overindulgences of stress, and my character's out of here.
Dead.
Yeah, so no, I'm not. I'm going to fight the urge. I'm going to. I know that I've got, but
Just a hot drop of blood. Just a swirling magic drop
okay.
of blood.
You see this? You see this?
Ah.
Right. So now I can't hear my GM. So, sorry, watchers on YouTube that are watching this on demand. I said it wouldn't take long. It's his fault.
Do it.
Right.
Do it.
No, don't you start. I don't want to roll another character yet. Poor Ruby. No, I'm just going to use the elements that I think complement Kosovo and the organization that he works within.
Okay.
So that's going to be earth, that's going to be shadow or dark, and I'm going to overlay both with light and fire and heat because
Okay,
it's going to come
where
from
do you
a
find this
torch.
confluence?
It's confluence.
Yeah, there's got to be an edge where you grab all this shit at once. Like you would grab water and earth where a canal has water against the side, or where a torch is burning against the air, and you would grab torch and air. Where
Well,
physically are you going to get all of that?
well, we got potted
Over
plants
that,
in
Okay,
in the common room,
Okay.
so that's where I thought that we were. So potted plants, that type of soil for the
Okay.
earth, and
So there's soil
you know
from
the
the earth.
water's in there as well because we can
Okay.
always water the plants every day. So it's
Fair
not
enough.
like it's so we've got the water and earth and that. We've got the lanterns on, and that's casting shadows. So I've got.
So I'm gonna screw you on limited on that because there's not a lot of water. It's not like a canal flowing by. It's not a lot of.
Okay,
So
I pick up a jug and pour myself a glass of water.
fair enough.
you're not there.
Okay. So you guys can manipulate this to
Fine here.
Yeah.
give him the effect he wants. It's a matter of putting the elements where he can find the seams in between them and draw that magic out and form it to where he wants. But you know what? Just a freaking drop of blood would cover all of that. You wouldn't have to fuck with all that. You could just do it on your
Now,
own.
If I go for 3 scandals and then I go for a 4th, that's when I'm out, right? It's not when
You're
I
good.
get 3
Yeah,
scandals.
You're good to go.
Right?
Well,
Yeah. No, I'm still not going to use blood magic. Not
Well
just
done.
yet. This,
Well done.
this isn't the time for me to do that shit. This is important, but it's not that important.
It would feel so good. Oh, it would feel good. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Do what you want to do. I'm just giving you some little color because you have started to do something that is that addictive. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's do this magic roll.
You know, Pietro, it would be better if I used your blood.
Oh.
If you use someone else's blood, does he still get injury from that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. So what about if it's a monkey?
I'll still get the injury, apparently. You know, I
really
take 2
pisses
stress
off
for
the monkey.
every spell or every channel that I do. But the blood magic, if it's my own blood, I suffer personal pain. I haven't tried it with anybody else yet.
What stress are you at now?
I'm 1 away from full. Well, two away from full, but I've just said I'm just doing the normal scrying.
If you fill it up, then next time you can just do a de-stressing action.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that gives me 3 lots, and I can't go to the 4th because as soon as I get full again, I'm out of the game.
Aw.
No, you fill your stress up and then you de-stress.
Yes, but you can only do that 3 times.
Oh, right.
And I've already done it twice. Monty's done it once. You guys are lucky. You're not Max. Monty only suffered because I put some crab shell in his face. Right, so anyway, this really isn't helping. So no, we're not going to go for blood magic. Stop it, GM. You're a bad GM. We're just going to do it the normal way. Like I said, for Monty, this is important, but it's not drastic enough for me to take that action.
Yep.
If I was trying to kill him, that's a different matter. I would overindulge to take that action.
Yep.
You know, so I'm
You're going to need some significant pieces of elements to do what you're doing. It's not going to be potted plants and water. It's going to be canals.
Okay, so we move. I explain this, and I just say, look, this isn't enough, and we find somewhere that's got earth, canals.
What's got everything you need?
A canal.
I'll bring a lantern with me to the canal.
So you got a canal. Is it going?
Yeah, so we've got the canal.
Got an oil
I
lantern.
can't do it anywhere near the hill, so we can't go anywhere near there. Is there anywhere that we know that's got? Oh, actually, the rose garden.
Oh,
There's a canal going right next to it, so there's going to be
yeah,
loads
you
of
could not
earthen
have made a
areas.
better place. I am so giddy you said that. This actually, right where Pietro fought that fight, just past where he was, is a canal
A lot of
Okay.
people have
on the
a
back
lot of
side.
people have gone down there, haven't they?
Huh?
Okay. I want
There's
somewhere
plants.
secluded as well,
There's
because I don't
dirt.
want people to.
Yep.
No, I'm gauche. What does it matter? I don't care whether anybody sees me. This is Mocklin. Fuck it. This is Mocklin of Topa. Or, sorry, Mocklin Topa of House
Nice.
If
Garnetai.
anybody else
You
would be
know.
a hindrance, but no.
Yeah, but
Okay,
no,
tell me what you
no.
want
So,
to find. Tell me what you want to find.
so we're going to have a picnic basket with wines, cheeses, biscuits, everything, the food, the whole kabongle, his pants, okay, and we're going to incorporate the shadows from
enough.
the tree lines and things like that, and the bushes
Okay.
spilling over onto the thing. We're going to use the dirt that's there, the water from the canals,
Absolutely.
that's running right by it. So the picnic area is going to be where it's close enough to all of the seams that we need. Okay.
Very nice.
And
Very
for
nice.
light, I've got the sun, so we don't need a torch. Unless we're going to do it in the
late
dark.
afternoon. It's late afternoon, unless you.
So
want...
we still got daylight.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna just take the light from up there and the shadows and all the rest of it, and I'm going to basically concentrate in on his smalls, which, by the way, folks, very small.
Smalls.
Sorry,
Got it.
very small. And then yeah, and I'm basically going to dangle him over my crystal bollocks and see what emerges.
Okay.
I mean, my
roll.
balls. Sorry.
Let's make the roll.
There's no roll.
This is wonderful.
Yeah, there's no roll. I just spend one stress and view. I'm just viewing where he is.
You're just viewing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's the scrying of a special ability, so I don't need to roll for it.
This is a contested situation. There's a knack on the other side that is obfuscating.
Okay, so I'll channel it then. I'll use the channel roll. So risky, standard?
It's risky, but they're not going to be able to do anything to you really, but they might find out that you're scrying, and they give them an understanding that someone's after them. Okay, so that's the risky, but it will be a standard effect if you can beat this knack. You think you're stronger than, because you always think you're stronger than the other knack. You think that you'll get a standard effect and know where this person is, but the understanding that there is a knack protecting this person is another interesting clue. Go ahead.
Okay. Fuck it.
That's brilliant. Okay.
The knack beats me.
Here's what happens. It's not so much the knack beats you. Here's the deal. As you are drawing on all of the different elements, Mocklin, you feel a weird vibration. And through the dirt and through the plants, even through the air, there's a coalescing of blood. Because you have come to the place of duels, the place of blood. And this blood is swirling. Pietro, who did you kill?
Oh, way back when.
We can get there.
Yeah, sorry.
No. We'll get there. I love throwing things out like that. This shape swirls before your eyes, Mocklin. You were there on that day. You saw that bullet. You almost could trace the arc of that bullet. It wasn't exactly straight, it was a little parabola. Up from the mouth of Pietro's weapon, down to the chest of this person. The spurt of blood and the blood that rolled into the ground. And this blood flourishes and rolls around you, and you can hear the whispers in your head. Throw Pietro. Throw him in the water. Take Pietro. Chuck him in. Just
Okay, so my faithless kicks in, and I ignore them because I don't trust them. That's that one dealt with. Also, my open mind ability also kicks in.
okay.
Thank you very much. I'm going to have another go at scrying with exactly the same elements, and I get an extra D6 because the supernatural's around me and I'm engaging with it.
Good on it.
Okay, so that takes me up to full, but not over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I.
Yet.
I know. You want me to do the same again?
Yep.
That's that. I get a bonus dice. Anybody else want to help with some stress?
I'm
To
already
give me an
maxed
extra
out.
dice?
I don't know. Can I help out? How can I help out?
Hold his hand.
Yeah.
Actually,
Take some.
you know what,
just
Pietro?
take some stress.
You might be able
I
to
don't
help
know.
out
Actually, you
because
can't.
I mean, I'll help if I can.
I don't think you can. Actually,
Mocklin, I would let him in that you are being harassed by a hostile spirit that hates Pietro. And
okay.
for some
So
reason,
I explain this.
Yep.
Before I start doing the redo. So if there's anything you could do to maybe distract the spirit, just get up and shout and go, I'm ever so sorry, you guys forced us into it, and
Actually-
my seconds were really shit at conveying my condolences.
You know what?
And
Absolutely. Pietro,
Yeah.
you have a couple of seconds to role play something that will distract the spirit from bothering Mocklin and give him an extra die.
Okay, so I mean, I would say a sway roll, but if I'm going to RP it,
Just RP it. You kill this
okay.
guy.
What was his name?
I can't get
Okay,
there. I'll
Dick.
get there.
Dick Handio Job.
I'm trying to get there. Session 2. Pietro.
Something like Rossi something or other, wasn't it?
Bendo Deleze.
Oh, that's it. Bend over Lesbo. Yeah.
Deleze. Bendo
Deleze.
Deleze.
Okay.
Nope. That's nope. Bendo Deleze was the other knack. Rob, I apologize.
There was the
one who slapped Letta Barbolini.
Oh gosh, I'm getting.
There was a slide. There was a
Leslie.
slide on the screen. If you still got that
There is a slide
background.
on the screen.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
That had his
So,
name on it.
With
but I can't-
that, I can probably find it in just a couple of seconds. I'm sorry. Bridge of Regret, Feeding the Roses. Click on it. That will help me see. Come on. Bendo Deleze.
Yep.
Yep. And you guys are seeing the picture.
Yeah, that was it.
That's the
Lesbo,
face.
yeah.
That's the face you see.
Okay.
Swirling in the dark.
I don't see a picture.
Nope.
It's on Twitch.
Okay.
It's on Twitch. It's not on Roll20.
No.
No, it's not a roll 20.
Why would it not be on roll 20 when that's what I'm presenting to you?
I don't know.
Well, you're presenting obviously your view of roll 20.
Oh, I know exactly what I did. I apologize.
You may
I'm
not
an
have made
idiot.
it visible to
I
us.
know exactly what I did, and now I know exactly what I've done the entire game, which is really embarrassing.
Yeah, you're supposed to show players.
Yeah, you know. Oh my
It's fine.
word! And boom, there you go.
There he
There you
is.
go. That's him.
Yeah.
Scrawny little fucker, isn't he?
Bindo Leslie.
Unbelievable.
He deserved the bullet. I mean, you look
Yeah.
at him. He looks like one of those type of villainous people that likes to, I don't know, abuse oaks.
So not far beyond here is where the retaining wall is to the canal. All of you
Oh,
are
that's a good job then, because we're nowhere near where his body fell.
down there.
Because yeah. So if we're down this way, we're
Oh, but
miles
that-
away.
That blood is drawn this way because of that wonderful roll, Rob.
Okay.
Rob, you take a stress for your bad roll.
I take a stress for my bad roll.
Yep.
You're joking.
Nope. I'm effing
Right. In that case, I don't recast then, because I'm max.
you. I know. What are you gonna do?
I don't recast it. Pietro doesn't need to distract the spirit. We can just go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take that back. I'm being a little being a little mean to you. I want you to cast a spell again, but I want you to do it at great risk. So instead, let's not take that stress from you. Let's give you that stress,
Yeah.
understanding the problematic position you're in. Because you have
Okay.
only
In which
one
case, I
stress.
use an influence to reduce the risk.
Very good. How do you do that?
Basically, I do exactly what Owen has taught me, which is under duress, get drunk. No, to basically meditate before I actually cast a spell. So I basically go deep within myself to center myself, because I know that I made a mistake the last time I tried.
Okay.
I know that there's a knack that is protecting Cosimo. I try and remove any self-doubt that's
Okay.
in my mind at the moment because of my faithless negatives.
Anything else anyone can do to help him in this time of need? There is
Monty can rub my shoulders, I suppose, but
there's
that's
every
about it.
possibility.
I'm going to distract Bindo Delezzi's spirit, aren't I?
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
you are, and we'll do that. Let's do that first. That the last time you saw this person was the worst moment in your life.
Yep.
And now he is striding down that path. You can actually hear the gravel crunch. But you can also see the streaming black billows behind his body as they trail off into nothingness.
And I call grandfather.
Oh. Next to you is a older man. What does he look like?
Oh, he's fucking regal. I mean, even though he died at like 103, he still looks like he was 60. You know, he's got the crown. He walks everywhere with the crown. He looks like the Colonel from KFC, but
Pietro?
more regal.
You get an extra die to slow this guy down.
Okay.
And Granddad's assisting
I was
you
gonna
to slow
say
him down.
That you are going to just slow this guy down and give a die to Rob, but I think that the situation we're in, you need to do something to slow down this vengeful spirit.
Okay.
And I don't care what it is. It could be
Yeah.
speech. It could be
Pull down your pants and moon him.
absolutely. Give him a moon to Lavelle.
So I shall step forward so that I'm between the spirit and Mocklin.
Very good.
Step forward. Bindo Delezzi, we met here upon this field of blood moons ago The outcome was uncertain, but we stood as equals upon the field. Do not resent me for
Ending.
the way, the outcome, as I should not resent you had things gone another way. This is just the way of it. And
My spark is gone.
was that the spark is gone?
I think he meant that he fired his blunderbuss and now he's got no more spark.
My spark is gone.
I do not know if this spark you speak of.
You
All I
have
know.
it still.
Sorry, what was that?
You have it still. Maybe the spark is life, just so you know.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah. Yes. But had things gone the other way, I would be the one standing where you are now. Was it unjust? No.
Does he touch my blood?
He does not touch it willingly.
That's awesome. That's awesome. The
He's a
nose
pervert.
notes.
That's it. So I'm going to bring in the giant nose to sniff out.
And for our late night viewers, this is definitely how the internet does dogging.
So in that case, so I get an extra. This is my sway roll.
Yes.
With an extra dice. Risk.
Yes.
What position?
It's going to be risky, but it'll be standard. Can anyone help you? Monty, Lorenzo, Christine, Sasha.
No.
I've got
Let me
them
just roll
pretty
it.
tapped
This
out.
is
Well, I don't think
actually fairly dang personal, Pietro.
Yeah, I think so.
I
That's
think,
fair.
yeah, unfortunately, Lorenzo and Sasha aren't there, so
There we go.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
There goes the 6.
Yes, sir. There's the 6 we
two ones
needed.
as well. Oh, boy.
There's 6 we needed. So
Excellent.
ignore the ones.
Yeah.
He rolled a 1-1-6-4. Well done. The shade pulls up. Why can't I go?
Let go of your resentment.
What is under Necropolitan Hill? And then he sort of fades away.
Okay, bit of a clue there.
Oh, huge clue.
Yeah.
No spoilers, though.
No.
Okay.
I think
Rob,
Lorenzo's
roll.
investigating Necropolitan Hill. Right. Okay. So, because of that, and because you didn't force the stress on me, I'm going to redo the scry.
Fair
I'm
enough.
going to use an influence to bring the risk down to a more moderate level.
Okay.
So that's that. I'm going to do exactly the same again. Do I do it, or do I need to roll?
I'll give it to you. But this is
Okay.
the end of the night. I am greatly distressed that Lorenzo didn't get as much joy tonight as I would like. However, you get the feel of where this person is. Okay?
Okay.
There is a feeling of passion, a feeling of silk, a feeling of a cool night air, a feeling of ecstasy. And through someone else's eyes, you are suddenly staring at your old lover, Moon de Lavelle.
Okay.
And that is what we'll call it tonight. Fair enough?
Okay.
We've gone a
Yeah.
little beyond. We started a little bit late, not much late, but we have added all sorts of crazy information. We didn't have an actual event. I think that we still are going to start moving towards the next social season. We shall see how this plays. But you guys got a lot done in the social season. You brought down House Amare to almost their knees, and then they pushed it off to someone else. You found out a lot about House Bjorn. You've started to pin down Moon de Lavelle. She's got so much going on, and the number of books and codes that you're starting to break and figure out, you're gradually pinning that spider into her web. I think it's a really decent point to start moving towards the winter season. Yes, you didn't deal with the Death Watch. You've probably started something between Almare and Bjorn. You definitely dealt with the Senora of Roses. The downside is your eye was murdered, and you're dealing with that. And there's all those other things.
We have a new eye in training, possibly.
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone's sort of quasi satisfied with the role playing and the end of the season.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so as
A win's a win.
as we usually do when we start a social season, we are going to move into the next great party. Unfortunately, this is your party. House Bastion is up and due.
Mm-hmm.
On Discord, I would like your proposals on ideas of how you want to run this party, protect this party, and I'm very interested in some of the slight details. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, make it up. A band from a certain place or an orchestra. The food is catered by so and so. Maybe we're talking about certain people who produce certain dresses, or maybe
We have a
we
wedding to
can-
prepare for.
we have a wedding to prepare for. Probably, what a great place to do a proposal. So I'm very interested in seeing your proposals on how this will go. And anyone who's watching online, feel free to drop us a line and chuckle about their sudden need to provide a safe space for their house to have this wonderful party for all of the Esultari. Who are you going to invite? Wait a second. You have some influence on that. Are you going
No
to do all the
actors.
houses minor?
No actors.
Or are you going to
Wow.
keep it
No
just
kidding.
Esultari in a smaller venue? Is it a big venue?
Question.
So, thoughts. I am
Mm.
really excited to see what the party looks like next time.
Mm.
Cool. It's been a wonderful week. I'm going into Thanksgiving tomorrow. It's turkey coma for me, and I will send you pictures of all the ridiculous food that I can't stuff in my gullet. All right.
Enjoy.
Fair play.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Right.
I'm going to go off stream. If he
Good
wants to
night.
talk, I'll stay on. Okay, bye.